Let's.
Okay. So, next morning comes, pretty well uneventful night. You know, you all get sleep, got your baths in and everything the night before. Um, you're free to do what you would like.
Hmm. Helen. All right.
If there's time today, Rooks would like to actually go take a look around town. Sorry, I have a little bit of problem with my throat right now.
It's all right. Um, Zagiti has no problem with this. He must find something called an Ashari. He would
Yeah,
also
he'd
like
like to
to.
look around the town and go to the Temple of Changebringer that they had talked about earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Zagiti is infinitely less interested.
I'm going to other places, Zakiti, don't worry.
Uh,
We don't have to go together. Clearly.
I'm going to go to the Moonweaver by myself. Who's the Moonweaver?
Was just gonna go to the nearest medical place and see if they've got any medical information I don't have.
And,
okay.
and if that's the case, then Zagiti wanted to check out those abandoned mines. He is always in need for more materials.
So who goes first?
The abandoned mines. That's a place to go to alone.
You know, Zakiti, it's abandoned because they don't have those minerals there anymore.
Incorrect.
Or it's full of deadly creatures that might kill you.
Spooky ghosts.
Zagiti is
Okay,
no fear of ghosts.
Sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, this group of teens and their dog went up there and they never came back.
Zagiti could use more dog marrow.
You're not grinding up a dead teen mystery group's dog.
Zagiti is
I've
not
done
going
it.
to do that. That would ruin the marrow.
Okay, I'll see you guys later, and Rooks walks out.
Well, I'm gonna walk on this way.
Way.
Okay, so is anybody banding together?
You know what? Hold on.
You know what?
Party.
If he really is gonna go to an abandoned mine, then I'm going to follow him to the abandoned mine because I'm like, well, that's clearly he's gonna die.
Actually, I was going to ask, what's between us and there? Or any of their destinations? Because Zagiti will just follow them to there. You know,
Just let Zakiti figure out consequences for actions.
Okay, so are you talking about what's between where you're at and the mines?
yeah, if one of them is going the same way as Zagiti, he'll just follow them and divert. Once they're done.
Well, okay, so the mines are, you'd have to go through about 80% of the city, pretty much out the other side, because the mines are built into the mountains just on the outside of the other side of the city. So, I mean, you're going to have to traverse a large portion of the city just to get to where the mine entrances would have been and where it's been closed off and stuff like that.
Here's a question. I grew up here. What do I know about these mines?
You know that these mines is pretty much what started the city. When people found gold in the mines here in the mountains, that's it. Kind of imagine like a gold boom back in the day, like the California gold boom and stuff. It was kind of like that kind of a situation. This town built up around gold miners, and it got much like the California gold boom. It died out because so many people were mining that more or less most of the gold and anything of value had been mined out rather quickly, and then Kymel had turned into kind of like almost like wasteland-ish, mostly because everybody wanted to leave after there was nothing worth value there. So it became more of a smaller town, and kind of remained that way for a long period of time until somebody in the what's his name?
Fancy Pants McFancy shirt.
Somebody in the Krishdan family had opened the first casino here, and it reinvigorated the city kind of in a way like Las Vegas did, and multiple casinos have showed up. Gambling is heavily prevalent here. Also, more or less a seedier type of city. There's a lot of people that are in kind of a what do you want? How do I like a underground type market, black market type stuff is it's pretty prevalent here. So that's a general overview of what you would know. There's probably more specific things you know.
Are there any like folk tales about the mines? Any local scary stories? Spooky, scary skeletons?
You've probably heard tales of some people who still try and go look through the mines for anything that may have been left behind that was valuable, hoping to find that next new good gold vein or whatever. And some people would probably tell you about, hearing voices in the darkness and things like that. Like the spirits are still of dead miners are still kind of wandering there a little bit. No like deaths or anything like that. It just seems, kind of spooky or whatever, and could very potentially be somebody who just lost their mind being in the darkness all the time by themselves. So, yeah. I mean, other than that, there's no real like legend of the ghost of the gold mines or anything like that.
Ooh.
A humbug.
Cool.
About Kaimel itself, you know that Joktor Krishtan is currently the Morgrave. He runs the city. But it's not like a political thing. It's like the celebrity that became a politician kind of a thing. Imagine Iron Man if he became a politician. Definitely playboy, kind of fancy kind of guy. He happens to own the largest casino here. Is the one that started it all, which is called the Wishing Well. Yeah, that's kind of like the political structure is him being a douchebag more or less.
Thumbs up.
Sounds like a lovely guy.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, everybody loves Iron Man, so.
Right.
Yeah. Until Civil War.
Well, that's because he picked the wrong side.
Cool. That's cool. Which Civil War comic or first film?
Both.
Actual
he was
Civil
worse
War.
in the comic.
Iron Man supported the Confederacy.
But that's only because of the color scheme. Because a blue Iron Man suit just would look gaudy.
Oh, you mean like that one time when Green Goblin put on the Iron Patriot suit?
They need, maybe they should put a lock on those.
Okay, we're diverting a little too much. So who all's banding together with whom?
I mean,
I'm going to make a stop at the local. I'm sure there's a normal market, right, where I could purchase weapon type things.
Where this hotel casino is is kind of in one corner of, it's on the corner of a portion of the market as it is. Like, quite literally, if you go out the front door, just across the street until like your left a little bit is Gilmore's. And then, yeah, there's like armors and, all sorts of stuff.
I can't afford that highfalutin fancy shit.
Okay, so
I'll
we're going to
probably-
stop in the
I'll probably traverse
market.
with Henry. Oh, sorry.
Say that again.
I'll probably move with Henry. I could use some more chemicals.
Yeah, I was just gonna go to like, is there like a hospital area or some main medical pavilion?
I don't know if there's like a necessarily a medical pavilion. There's kind of like a medical supply place that like the temples get things to make their healing magics and stuff like that. But something if you're looking for medical supplies or somebody to learn something from potentially.
Yeah, that'll do. So so I'll take the firebrand down there and keep an eye on him. Then take him to his mines.
Is anybody going with him to medical supply stuff or?
Probably not up Rooks' alley, really.
I can't think of anything that I would need from the medical supply store.
Potions?
I have 3 of those. And not enough money to buy more.
I am your medical supply store.
Exactly! I don't need to go to the actual store.
Here.
Done.
Okay, so who's all together? Are you guys all leaving essentially at the same time?
I'll wait till they all leave. Then I'll
You'll
go.
wait. And you were going to temple?
Yes, I'm going to temple. No, I'm going to the temple of the Moonweaver.
And
Okay.
then
Yeah.
Harriger left the party.
Fuck you.
We're all like spread about the town, and we all just get this notification on our hub that says Harriger has left the party.
Straight Warcraft style. I like it.
Like, we try to leave the city, and these big text says, you must gather your party before you can leave.
Right.
Yes!
That's why I stayed. They wouldn't let me leave.
Loading party takes time.
Henry and Zakiti just get to the gate to leave to go to the mines, and it's like, why can't we go? What's this force field?
5.
You encounter a rogue loading bar.
Okay,
Yay.
my stuff is simple. I'm just looking to purchase some replacement darts. That's pretty much it.
As in, like, let everyone else do their thing. I'll go last. Mine's not going to be long.
Okay. So how many of you are leaving the building at the same time?
I'd imagine once we were all done eating, we'd probably just randomly discuss what we're going to try and look for, and then we'd all probably leave around the same time.
Yeah, like, do we have a plan for the day, or are we just splitting up and that's it for the day? Is there a
Sitting
team
up.
goal?
No,
We'll
but
die.
we could use some work. Cause...
Work on the way back then.
Well, let's meet back here around past lunchtime with any work prospects we might have found. That sound good?
Sounds perfectly fair.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Seen again.
Okay, so as you guys are getting all of your things together, get in order, have your meal and your morning meal, you all start heading out the door. And let's see here. Okay, so all 5 of you walk out the door about the same time. As the last person steps at the door, Rooks, you get hit with an arrow,
What?
The fuck?
and you take 26 points of damage.
Hi, Shafa.
Oh,
Where did it hit him?
In the butt.
The spine.
oh, that's 2 points from insta dead. Oh boy.
Yeah.
You just got William Telled.
I
Got
just
it in the
about
pot.
did-
Yeah, you're missing
Your ass
gray
in the bowl.
matter, man.
Yep. No, it's William Told, I guess. This is
Yeah,
past tense.
I just got fucked up. Oh shit. Yeah. Well, obviously I'm down.
Immediately looking for where the fuck the arrow came from.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for that one too. That shouldn't be happening.
Make a perception check. Let me. Oh man, I could have sworn I had put you guys all on this map already.
Could we
Probably
probably
under
under
Nah, why is it?
I know.
Because I hate it when I use the
Yes, I'm very concerned about where my unconscious body is laying right now.
What's on the ground?
Doesn't matter now. Bye
Well,
bye.
good news. Being unconscious means you do it with disadvantage.
It is the most safe of all of us.
Step on him. It's safer now.
I deserve this. I deserve this.
What'd you roll for perception?
I got an 18.
An 18. You don't see where the arrow came from. You can kind of tell it came from like the northern side of this little area, but that's about all as you get.
Does it have a mess paper wrapped around it?
Nope.
Well, my reaction is look around, can't see where the arrow came from. I can't see a specific location, but I point and I go, came from that direction, and then like I will grab Rooks and like pull him back into the building, because who knows if we're all about to die or not. I don't know. Like, get to safety.
Stand in front.
You're, oh shit. Okay. What's anybody else doing? You got one little bit of reaction here, so.
Did I see where the arrow came from?
Okay, what is everybody's perception check?
9.
Nope.
16.
Nope.
But I do point out which direction it came from.
Well, yes, it came from behind you because the arrow is pointing out your forehead now.
No, it came from
It came from the north. From the north.
Oh, we
yeah,
didn't know where it came from.
you see where the like turnaround is? Yeah, it came from
That way.
generally in that direction. Yes, correct.
All right, then yeah, going back inside.
Where's the nearest like chest high cover?
The doorway. I mean, like,
Does the door open in or out?
Everyone get in the door. I'll stand in front and barricade and take all the arrows.
Or we can just shut the door.
Hey, good. This is more fun.
okay, so is everybody running back inside?
I'm going for the nearest form of cover, and I'm just going to go into Overwatch.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could go inside the doors again, but that's about as best as cover you can really get.
Does the door open in or out?
Door opens out.
Oh, then I'll just use the door as cover. So
Okay.
I'll still be outside, but I'm using the door, putting it between me and them.
So generally, right about there. Everybody else goes back in. I'm just.
I'll go here so I can take. Because to be honest, I'm no use in there. I'm more use out here, even if I get killed, because I have no long distance.
Oh, wonderful! This entire map's in my range.
Okay. So, as you do this, Harriger, let's see here.
Wait. What's Rook's total hit points?
14.
Oh, you're still alive.
It has to be negative double your hit points, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I always forget between editions because one of them was like negative half your hit points and you were immediately dead.
No. You have to go.
I was pretty sure it was negative your max, so I was like, oh, 26. Oh god, I have 28.
Yeah, no, it is.
Sounds good.
It's like it's your hit points, but negative.
Yeah.
That's
so it was. I missed it by 2.
Yeah.
So like,
I am literally verge of death right now.
Like super bleeding out.
If he lost a hit point drinking last night, he'd be dead right now. That's how bad it was.
Do you need medical assistance?
Pull him in, and then I'm like, Henry, help me with Rooks.
Help me with your. All right, I'll help you. I pray a little prayer. That also heals.
Like you were just getting ready to say a prayer over my corpse. I was like, "Oh, you dick!"
That'd be hilarious. It's just like, well, he's gone.
Fear not, Rooks, your soul will be safe in the afterlife. No one shall harm your dead body.
He does have the ceremony spell. He could preserve your body.
Yeah, I'll just make your body nice and clean, or just like
if you reanimate my corpse, I swear to God.
Okay, so as that happens, let's see, Harriger, what is your AC?
Dean.
Okay, you take 13 points of damage as another arrow hits you.
Did I see where that came from?
Make a perception check.
Where it came from? What, did I see anything better this time?
Perception check.
Finally.
I'm just gonna make a perception check.
We can't help, Henry. We're inside.
Oh yeah, so I guess I didn't see it.
Well, healing words are ranged spells.
I'm busy poking guts back into Rooks.
Oh god, yeah, I just
You wouldn't have to poke the guts back in if you didn't yank the arrow out the wrong way.
Look, they were tied, and it's either it's got a barb at the end. It's a bigger wound if we go out that way.
I can take care of it myself. Thank you very much.
You're not conscious yet. Stop talking.
I just got healed for 5.
Shut up, Rooks. You're dying.
He's awake.
This is getting annoying.
Oh god, please back away. Find what shot me. Kill it fucking dead. I've got this. Thank you.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me just put these organs back in.
Harriger, what was your perception check?
$11.
11. Nope. Zakiti and Harriger, neither of you see where this one came from. It does seem like it came a little bit closer.
Not even with a 16?
Nope.
I didn't notice the first time with an 18.
Ooh.
And I had a 16 previously.
Gideon, pull him inside.
I was actually going to do the same to you
But I
because
gotta
I'm
head
holding
in.
the door.
Push you in and go in myself.
All right.
Okay, so you push Zakiti into the building.
Nah.
Behind him.
Okay.
I'll take out one of my pitons and I'll spike the door.
Okay. Be specific how you do this.
I take one of the iron spikes that I have used for climbing, and once the door's closed and preferably locked, I will push it underneath the door, between the door and the door jamb, and hammer it in so it pushes the door tight. So like it puts pressure on all the sides of it. Kind of like what SWAT does. It's actually what pitons are used for, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Like,
So, as you do this, you guys all look around. You're kind of in the foyer area of a large casino. There are people staring at you, kind of in shock, like, what the hell's going on?
I mean,
And you see roughly 8 to 12 security personnel heading towards you.
Oh, thanks, stars.
all right.
Okay,
I'll pull
Rooks,
out the spike.
what did you do?
I have honestly no clue whatsoever.
We're probably just mad that you're bleeding on the carpet.
No, not them. Why is someone trying to murder us now, and why did they start with you?
Time to say this is a robbery as a joke.
Listen, this is a very bad situation. I am aware of that. But I'm telling you the truth, I have honestly no fucking clue what's going on right now.
Okay, who else around here has someone that would try to murder everyone in this group because they did something awful?
Did anyone cheat at gambling here?
After I'm done with the spike, I just raise my hand and just walk away.
Whose room is the closest?
What's that?
The door. Whose room was the closest?
They're all upstairs. Well, no, you guys were on the bottom floor. So, probably Harringer, yours is probably the closest since you got the extra sized room. But as Zakiti tries to turn away, you see all these security personnel approach you, and they begin to surround you.
Oh, well, once I saw them coming, I was going to remove the spike.
Okay.
You did it.
I mean, well, I didn't know we were... Well, Zakiti is focused. Someone was going to go through the door, I closed the door.
I get it. You didn't know how quick people were coming.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask the security guards if we can help them.
The security guards look at all 5 of you, say, well, yes, the boss would like to see you. Please come this way.
Which boss?
The boss.
Fucking idiot shoots 2 people, then says they want to see him. Jesus.
Don't
Fair.
assume the two things are connected.
But they probably are.
The boss might want to see us for the reason we're being shot at, not because they're trying to kill us.
He could just be a really, really impatient person.
Zakiti does not like those type of people. Let us go.
Can you walk?
Well, we'll carry him.
Hang on, just give me a second. I'll just.
I walk on my own, you lazy
I'll patch myself
fucker.
up. Hang on a second.
Yeah, well, you don't have a fresh arrow wound in your spinal column.
We'll put him on a drink rack and just wheel him in.
Yeah. Can I quickly heal if I'm allowed to a healing potion out while we're walking?
Yeah,
I
unless
can't
I'm
hear
being-
what you're trying to say.
Healing potion out while we're walking and being, led. I have quite a few. I was given some. Can I have a healing potion?
I can hear it. Can anyone else?
I can hear. Yeah.
I heard.
Roll for a healing potion, because I'm sure we're allowed to.
Yeah, Josh. If you
Yeah, I mean, imagine if we're just like going along, they're not gonna freak out.
What do I roll, or what do I do?
Oh, 2d4 plus 2.
I just looked at Discord.
I did
didn't
too.
do anything. At least I don't think I did anything. Shit.
Sorry.
So, do you follow them?
Oh.
Do you follow them willingly?
I mean,
After helping Rooks stand, sure.
Yeah, we'll help Rooks up and follow the incredibly sturdy guards.
Okay, so kind of encircle you and walk you through the casino, right up to like the very back of the casino floor itself. And as you previously hadn't noticed, there's like a set of kind of like curtains, almost like a performance stage type curtains, that kind of block off like what you would assume is a doorway of some sort. And as you, yeah, go ahead.
Since this is looking kind of suspicious, can I slip one of my irritant grenades up my sleeve?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, fuck, I'm not good at those.
After he's done with that, can I put my hand over Zakiti's mouth just so he doesn't speak?
I'm being quiet.
He's worse.
Okay. As you do this, one of the guards says, I don't recommend you doing that, friend.
Zagiti is not ready for combat. This is what Zagiti does to ready for combat. Zagiti was just shot at. Does one not draw a weapon when one is shot at?
One does not draw a weapon when they're being escorted by armed guards.
We are seeing a boss.
Have I put my hand over his mouth yet?
While Zucchini's making a distraction, I'm healing myself.
Okay. So as you approach these somewhat curtains, there's a young woman there. There's a young woman standing at the front of the curtains there. She's probably like 5 foot tall. The sides of her hair is shaved, and she's got like a long, dark brown, almost black hair that's all in a braid that runs down her back. She's dressed in all black and red, kind of black with like red trimmed clothing. It's very simple, simplistic kind of like pants and a shirt. And one of the guards that has escorted you said, we brought them to see we brought them to see Blackheart. And she says, all right, you know the drill. She says, I need everybody's weapons right now. Place them in these boxes. And she pulls the curtain aside, and you can see there's like a set of cubby boxes kind of things off to your left-hand side, just inside the curtains. There's like a 6 to 7 foot gap between the curtains and a big red door.
My hand crossbow in the boxes, 'cause I just realized I had a hand crossbow.
Okay.
I'll just hand over I'll just hand over my scythe.
Just this giant weapon I
He means sickle.
It doesn't fit in the box.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's no way impatience would fit in the box either.
No.
Crutches aren't going in.
I mean, but then again, it's just a. Since I didn't get a chance to use it, it's still just the blue oblong 2x4. So would they register that as a weapon?
Um,
I mean, it is a weapon, but do they realize it?
Let's see. They do not recognize it as a weapon.
Right. That is good because Zagiti would lament he does not own weapons; he owns tools. Some of the tools are used for death. But yeah, I guess I'll put my daggers in there because I know people can be uppity about those.
Yeah.
But everything
Okay,
else in my bag of holding, they don't have any strength.
Okay, so you guys place all the weapons you can. You kind of hand off the larger ones that probably won't fit in these little boxes. And she says, "All right, now I'm going to search you and make sure you did what you were told." And she starts patting everybody down.
I mean,
Who has a weapon on them that they did not put in the box?
They have 2 huge maces on them.
Yeah, they probably won't take those from you.
I'll just put some foam on
just so you can walk. But anybody else?
There's probably
I put mine on there.
1 or 2 daggers that are not on the outer layer of my clothes.
I mean, all of like other than impatience, which is what I'm calling the gun now because I'm trying to. And everything else I would have in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Which they would have to know what the irritant grenade is and the area denial flask to know what those are. So,
Well, you tried to shove one up your sleeve, so they know what one of them is.
no, yeah, and I would have put that down. So,
Okay.
Unless they consider incense sticks to be a dangerous weapon.
So the daggers that you had that weren't on the outside of your clothing, she finds rather quickly.
Oh, I don't. There doesn't get to be some sort of opposed roll to see how good I hid them.
Well, okay, yeah, sure. Sleight of hand.
I mean, she rolled to find them.
Don't fail me now.
Good.
Rolled a 2.
Oh, okay. I take that back. She did not find them. You beat her by 1.
Yes. Oh.
So you have 2 daggers, I would assume, tucked away and hidden that apparently she didn't find. Other than that, pretty much nobody else has anything that she would find, correct?
No.
Nope.
It's not from Rooks.
So I would have to go through 132 items.
No.
Yeah.
That's quite all right. She does, however,
They just take the whole bag of holding.
Yeah, I was going to say, they do recognize the bag of holding as it is a fairly common item and asks you to put it in one of the boxes as well.
I lament but their decision, but even Zagiti can see when he's outnumbered here. So he will submit it for now.
Okay.
He ties into a nice little bundle and puts a little note that says, "Do not open."
Of course he would. Okay, so she says, "All right, you're clear to go through." And she says, "I will take them from here." And that you can see the security all just kind of line up at the curtain, right? So as you come through this set of large red double doors, they're obviously very heavy wooden doors. They got gold like filigree type style handles on them. As you come through the doors, you can see you're on a landing at the top of some stairs. The landing's probably like 5 to 10 feet. 5 by 10 feet, I should say. And they taper down kind of into darkness. You can't really see all the way to the bottom. It's dimly lit here by essentially like a glowing gem type stone, like sconces along the walls as it comes down. You're escorted down the stairs, and you see a hallway, and this hallway is extremely long, probably 200 to 300 feet long from what your best guess is. As you see the sconces in the distance kind of start to fade away. And you see that there's definitely rooms off to the side, but the passageway also has other corridors that extend off to either side. She takes you straight down the hallway, and you go about 200 feet or so before you come to another set of these red, heavy wooden double doors. And she tells you at the door, she says, "Wait right here. Don't go anywhere." And she slips inside the door real quick, right? And you guys are left for a moment outside of the doors. Is there anything you're going to say or do?
When they said Blackheart earlier, did I recognize that name?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh man, I'm good at those. Woohoo! Crit.
Oh shit.
24.
You have heard this name briefly in passing. You don't really know a whole lot about this particular individual, as that's kind of his nature as a shadowy figure. But you know that he's in control of a lot of things in the city, and yeah, that's about all you would know.
So he's the mafia crime boss?
Essentially, he definitely is pretty high up there. But in general, like most people have never seen the guy, so there's no like description that has ever been said. You know that most people that have probably ever seen his face have probably ended up dead just to keep that secret. Or
it's
they're
he's a dragon.
No.
This isn't Shadowrun.
So like unless you're within his organization, you probably would have never seen his face, but only heard whispers of the ghost of Blackheart. As is what most people had referred to him as. Either the ghost or the shadow. I mean, it kind of varies in which circle you've been in or whatever. So that's what you would know about this particular person.
So I hope all of you have made your peace. We're probably going to die soon.
Oh, if he wanted to kill us, he would have shot us full of arrows.
He did shoot me full of arrows.
Zagiti can see much room for more arrows.
Yeah, you're pretty. There was only one, and how do we know that wasn't just a random bit of gang violence?
This guy's not known for, well, people seeing him and staying alive. Yeah. So.
Medical protections here are that bad? Zagiti's not impressed.
Are the what?
Exactly.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh. Mumble, joke about healthcare, mumble.
That's much funnier than the actual joke was.
So after, it's only like a minute or so, you see this woman reappear, and she says, "You may come in," and she holds the door open for you.
Hey, I entered. I want this over with as soon as possible.
I walk right in.
Okay, you walk into this room, right? And it's probably like 30 foot by 40 foot square. It's lavishly decorated, but it's not decorated like the interior of the casino where it's like gold and marble. It's definitely heavily in metal of some sort. It's like a blackened metal kind of decor. Know what kind of metal it is?
Yeah.
Like, it's all stone walls of some sort, but it looks like it's been carved rather than like stone built in with like blocking or anything like that. It's like solid carved stone. And it's got all sorts of this black and steel kind of decorative. Towards the other side of the room, there is a huge ebony type wood black table, right? And there is there's books and parchments and things like that all over the desk. Behind the desk, you see a man who's sitting there. Is a black, almost obsidian looking mask that covers his full face. You get the idea that this is the person you were here to see. But not only that, and besides the woman who is there, you see a very familiar person. You see one of the bandits that was left alive.
Fuck.
Office at the front of the town,
Sake.
the guard office.
The one you told me not to blow his brains out.
Oh, y'all didn't kill them?
Standing.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck you, sir. You
To
could
the
have.
back of this figure behind the desk.
And people wonder why Zakiti does not
Talk to him.
allow them to live.
I give a quaint hello.
I just sort of
Well then.
hand to forehead.
To be fair, leaving
Remember
him
that
alive got
scene?
us a better reward.
Alright, so this one's on me. Yeah.
A lot of cutout. I can't understand anything.
Oh.
I think your connection might be bad, man.
I'll hear each other fine, but we can't hear you most of the time.
Huh.
I thought you just ignore me when I ask questions.
Let me see here.
Maybe he's having the problem I had last week.
Oh, well, that's why. Okay. Is that any better?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. That is really weird. My
Oh, I'm still having
sensitivity on
problems.
my... You're still having problems?
Sentence like when we talk now and then.
Okay. I don't know why it would be doing that. Is anybody else having any problems?
Yeah, there's almost like a distortion with it.
I can hear you fine.
I can hear the distortion, but it's been the same as it always has been.
Is that better at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, my mic input sensitivity was really, really way out of whack. So that's a little better. Okay. Okay, so as you guys do this, what does the reactions you had? Because I didn't catch anything of what anybody was saying.
Rook's
I just
basically
face
piped
palmed.
up. Yeah, Rook's was like, okay, maybe this one is my fault. I'm sorry.
Zagiti spares a life.
I
And
clipped
this is
Brooks
how you
outside
are
the head.
paid. This is why he does not spare lives.
I'll just give a polite bow.
Edie, you're right. We'll kill everyone. Okay.
The person on the other side of the desk says to you, "Ah, welcome, welcome. Oh, it is good to see you all. Well, please," and motions to like some chairs that had been arranged around the desk. "Please have a seat. Make yourself at home."
Zagiti will sit down.
I prefer to stand.
I'll go ahead and take a seat.
Take a seat if there's
Then
room.
I'll sit, start looking for drinks, alcohol of any kind in the room.
If
So
Rooks
everybody,
like reaches for any alcohol, I just swat him on the back of the head.
Join swapping him on the back of the head.
you don't see anything, but as soon as you guys all have a seat, he says, "Well, my friends, before we get started, would you care for a drink or some food, perhaps?"
No.
Zagiti before he got here.
Drink.
Yeah, sure, a drink.
I suppose a drink
No
would be
Rooks.
okay.
You can't. No, just no Rooks.
And no to Rooks. No.
I'll have Rooks' drink.
Okay. He says, "Okay." And he turns to the woman that escorted you in, and he says, "Lena, would you be a dear and get us some of my favorite whiskey?" And she says, gives a slight bow and leaves the room. Shortly later, he sits in silence the entire time she is gone. It only takes a few minutes. It only takes a few. It only takes a few minutes before she comes back. You can tell in this time period, like he is analyzing you head to toe almost of what you can see, and he is watching you very, very closely.
Around the head just because he's looking. I'm bored.
Same.
Yeah, we all slap Brooks around the head.
No.
Yeah,
Zagiti's
business
bored.
as
My
usual.
apologies.
Ow. I deserve this.
I just cross my arms and stare at Blackheart the whole time.
Okay. Yeah, because you know of this figure, so you know what he's dealing in and kind of what's going on for the most part. So she returns with the drinks. She sets a nice, and you can tell this bottle is probably very, very expensive, high quality, some sort of whiskey of sorts. And she pours him a drink first. And as she's pouring you guys a drink, you can see he's sipping on this this whiskey. And after she pours your drinks, he says, "Okay, well, let's get down to business, shall we?" And he says, "My friend here tells me you have taken the liberty of relieving me of some of my men. Is this true?"
Zagiti did not think your men were incompetent. He would not have helped to relieve them.
You see this
Zagiti's
look
dead
in
man.
his eyes. Yeah, you see this look in his eyes, kind of, that it's almost humor, but with like an edge to it. Anybody else say anything?
Well, that's typically what happens when bandits attack a caravan.
I must apologize. Had I known that they were your bandits, I would have let them go. They need to announce themselves better.
Just whistle.
He says, well, as I understand, such is the nature of the business. And announcing themselves, we don't like to draw that much attention. He says, however, I do now have 7 men that are dead and nothing to show for it.
I don't see how that's our problem.
Here it comes. Here comes
It's
the
an opportunity
proposition.
for growth.
I stare at the wound.
Oh, hold on a second, guys. I got to answer this call real quick.
Wow, he really is rich. He's got a cell phone.
What's a cell phone?
It's a cellular telephone.
It's a magic box that rings, apparently. He has a box of tiny bells.
It's one of them newfangled
From
features.
Mechanus.
Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing.
Okay,
Just
for
tiny
real though,
bells.
what's our secret word for when shit goes south and we have to turn this thing into a fight?
Zakiti is absolutely right.
Yes, Akini, definitely right. Yes.
That is it. That is the cosign.
There is no word. The word is we would probably die.
Bird.
I mean,
Bird is the word.
hold on. How many are in this room?
Just him and the woman.
One bandit,
Oh yeah, and then the other
one
guy.
bodyguard to a very important underworld figure, and said very important underworld figure.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
sure
no,
he's
it-
only got one very shitty guard in the room, and everyone else is just going on the honor system.
We're not winning a fight, but we could definitely escape.
Oh yeah, no, that
And
was
then
what I was talking about.
get
Not
sh-
fighting and killing this guy, running the hell away.
I mean, we went down
And-
wooden stairs. I could just light those bitches on fire.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
I-
then we get outside and everyone else starts murdering us.
I think this is more of a, yeah, we could kill the Godfather, but how long are we going to live after that point?
Even if we just stab him once and then run off, even if we get out of this room and out of that hallway, we will die very quickly.
I mean,
Safe
people
word,
tend
then?
to not fight as well when the building's on fire.
Yes,
Especially
but,
at
you know,
casino.
unless Akiti wishes to continuously light every single thing on fire that we encounter, forests, trees, roadways, rivers, and streams, we're probably going to die.
No, you're definitely right. We would have to fight through probably literally every guard between us and the exit.
And then whoever was
I
shooting
see.
us on the outside, too.
And that
No
doesn't
way.
include
We'd never
bounty
make it out of
hunters.
this.
Safe word. Safe word.
Zakiti is absolutely right.
Yeah, Zakiti is absolutely right. That is the safe word.
The safe phrase.
Safe password, the safe pass.
The go,
That
the
is
go
our Jenga.
command.
Okay, that is our Jenga.
Damn. No, it's not
Hey,
that. I'm looking through my inventory. I'm just like, fuck, I don't have any, like, I have a cantrip. Because as I learned, I don't get burning hands till next level.
Yeah.
Weird. I thought you'd get that really early.
I do, I get it at
Level 3
third
is really
level.
early.
Oh, fair enough.
Whenever I hear burning hands, it just sounds like a massage technique to me.
I forget, did Armax learn freezing grasp?
Yeah, no, he has the freezing touch and the hurl thunderbolt in that shit. I've just never used it.
If I would have had to give up all of my daggers, all I would have for attacks would be my push, and that's really it.
Maybe.
One
could-
I just
curse,
got more
my
green speed.
weapons, and another curse.
I can pretty much still do anything because I kept all my stuff.
You're the only person who didn't lose like the entirety of their means of combat.
I still
Because-
have my gun.
I didn't.
Oh, duh, wait, I have Charm Person. Ha!
Yes, I'm sure that will work on the level 15 crime boss in front of us.
They sometimes roll shitty, just saying.
It's a level 2 crime boss.
I don't have to charm him.
All I want to
I
do
just
right
have
now
to
is
charm the
just get
guard.
get a slipper and slap Brooks around the head. That's all I want to do right now every 4 seconds. Before we
I'm
get
just
killed
trying
again.
to think of
Oh,
something.
good
It
question.
can go south. I'm not saying it will.
What can you push?
Anything?
Can you push dice?
I could if there were dice.
Oh,
So
here
if
we
we
go.
were to say go to a dice game
And cheat our fucking
you
asses
know,
off?
we
Hell yeah.
really needed a specific number on the die.
The smallest amount of push I can get from my actual push ability is 5 feet. That would be incredibly obvious.
No, but you
Could-
could
Lucky-
push it into
Lucky
his
number
throat.
7. BAM!
Just lunge me at him.
Wait, can
I
you put?
could Mystic Hand because that's just invisible telekinesis.
See, that's different.
All right, so if I really needed a, like we could maybe do something at the slot machines or something like that.
Oh, hold on, I know what you can do. Tie their shoelaces together.
I'm not
They're
that good.
they're
at it.
we- they're
Is that
wearing
a slot
boots. They're wearing non-lace up boots like those riding boots.
Oh,
Just as I'm sure most of us are.
Okay, now I'm just picturing like they go to run, they fall over, and like, where the hell did these shoelaces come from?
Aha! That's how good I am.
Wasn't even
Oh man,
wearing
can you imagine
these
the
shoes
delicate preciseness of that? Just tiny, tying the shoelace with these little tiny invisible hands or scalpels or whatever. While we're all trying to strap him, there's your fingers just doing this weird gesture. Yeah.
like the problem is, if we get into a fight, our best option would be to grab the
Sorry.
boss, and then just put my gun into his mouth and threaten.
How about we just try to convince him not to kill us?
Oh no, that's
Oh,
step
that's
one.
all. That's definitely plan A. That's definitely plan A. I'm just thinking we need a
Like
plan B.
I feel like he's going to have us do his work. Like this reeks of now you got to take their place.
Is
So stupid. Thanks, Rooks.
I mean,
bastard.
to be fair,
We should.
I was the only one.
We should have trusted Sakiti.
I was the only one who didn't want to leave him alive. Literally the only
We
one.
always kill everybody.
I was like on the back end of the caravan. I didn't know that someone was running away.
How did I
No,
know
they
that
didn't-
Las
they didn't
Vegas
run
was
away.
How was I supposed to know that Las Vegas was a corrupt, crime-ridden town?
No one ran. This is the guy we turned in.
We listen to Rooks. We should listen to Sakiti.
Oh,
I
okay,
can't-
so yeah, I wasn't here for that. So yeah, super fuck you.
Yeah, like we put two of them
Yeah.
to sleep, and I blew one of their brains out to make the other one talk.
And then why didn't we kill him afterwards? Come on!
Hey, we would have got in trouble with the Silver Guard. And there was no winning here.
Would have got in trouble with who for what?
They're
Brand
the
is
people
silver
that
guards.
patrol the
Roman
roads.
paladins.
Why would they be mad about dead bandits?
Because we did
Plus,
take a cart full of
afterwards.
dead bandits down a road.
I still don't see the issue here.
guys.
And a living one confirmed that they were in fact bandits.
Try to
instead of
be
just, like,
merciful.
randoms we murdered.
Basically, it's it doesn't matter if they were good or bad guys. We're still the ones with blood in our hands. It was gonna look suspicious. The living one made us not suspicious.
All I have to say is that if I was here, my knowledge of Kymel probably would have convinced us to murder that guy.
Probably.
Well, there's nothing stopping you. You can just kill him right now.
No, that's a bad idea.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Just stand up, throw a dagger, kill the other guy.
Should have happened earlier. And then I would die immediately.
For the slightest
there's
second, I
no
thought you were talking about
witnesses.
killing me.
Now there are no witnesses. You can't prove that we killed all those people.
People.
Is that what you do?
No!
No, no.
Yeah, that's how that works.
No, we're gonna let him talk first.
To escape, I will die. I cannot run far.
I might be antagonizing this crime boss, but I do not plan on trying to murder him, because that's stupid.
Are you sure it's a stupid idea?
My alignment is neutral good, not neutral stupid.
Hey, then what did I get?
Hey, at least we don't have
King
like a
on the
paladin.
neutral. Seems like a good idea at the time.
Hey, the other game I play in, I play a paladin, and she's neutral evil, so...
Hmm.
So does that just, are you like an actually evil paladin, or are you just like a very incompetent paladin? Who's like,
The first one.
Like, give food to
You
charity.
asked.
Oh no, the food was poisoned.
No, the best way that I would put something like that, a neutral evil paladin, is an evil paladin who just doesn't give a fuck.
She doesn't lean towards caring about law or chaos, and she's more selfish than she is selfless. So that puts her towards evil.
Yep. Yep.
Law and chaos
the
are
whole
self-explanatory, but to like quantify good and evil, like good is being selfless and evil is being selfish. The easiest way I can quantify those things. And that is not how I play my neutral evil character at all.
Okay. So, do you guys have any sort of response for this guy?
No,
Whistling.
we're just waiting for him to get to something.
Okay. He says, so you see, you kind of have me at an impasse here. While I understand the nature of the business, such as the nature of the business, I seem to be shortened on some value of my business now. Would you agree about that?
I'll cover it. Didn't hear a no.
I didn't really hear what you said.
I said 30 gold will cover it.
Ah,
He says 30 gold. You might cover one of them for a week.
That's really sad that they died so easily then.
Sakiti believes you paid far too much for incompetence.
Yeah, they should have killed me pretty easily.
Jesus.
They couldn't even handle one simple caravan.
It seems this caravan was heavily guarded more than most. And he looks over you guys and he says, not just your average security.
I like turn my head slow like to each party member and I count. There's like one guard per cot. That's not very heavily guarded.
Sakiti was not hired as guard.
Or she's a disabled passenger.
I was just hired as medical staff to make sure the dysentery don't pop up.
I was just entertainment.
We went from a security detail to love boat.
Hired guy just makes sense.
Well, that's if all of you can pass a deception roll right now.
I was being serious. I was hired to do like repair work.
I again did just to make sure that dysentery didn't pop up. Oh, and that no one broke a leg and therefore died instantly.
And that no one,
Because
on the
because
caravan
I have
died from anything, including being attacked by banditos.
Hey, I can only help them if their organs are still in their bodies.
His job was to protect the people, not the cargo.
Wait, are you implying that only
my
slaves died in
deception
that
check.
cart?
Okay then.
He says, well, he says, well, these things are true in varying degrees. And you get the sense that he's amused that you're trying to almost deflect like your true ability. He says, however, this will not solve the issue at hand. I am short some of the money that these fine folks have been bringing to me, and from what I understand, the Silver Cut Guard has eliminated the rest of my party and seized a number of goods that
Oh, I did have that happen.
were in my possession.
That was fast.
And Rooks looks at Harriger.
I didn't do nothing.
It's like that's legitimately fast. We talked to those guys 2 days ago. How did they go there, raid them, and get back?
Who said they came back?
Yeah. They probably just did the raid and he knows about it because criminal connections.
They're probably just on their way back now with a pile of loot.
The silver guard. Oh, the captain was so lovely. He helped me get off the. He helped me walk, take a break, stretch my legs. Lovely fellow, lovely. I have nothing to do with us other than that. They just, thought we were doing something. We weren't. They just walked by. Nothing to do with us.
They were woefully equally as incompetent. If they were doing the job they were set to do, Zakiti would not have had to done what he did.
He looks at Harriger and says, don't play me for a fool, woman.
Yeah, it's...
Don't play me for a daft woman. Woman. I could be anything.
Whoa.
He says, I can see your true nature. Don't try and hide from me.
I'm made of rock, sir.
Yes.
Zakiti knows that to be flagrantly wrong. It is only an exterior exoskeletal. The fact that it grinds is irrelevant.
He says, well, you see, here is my impasse. I seem to be missing a number of goods now. And though you may wish me to believe that you had nothing to do with the assault on my outpost, I do know the truth. And
You look a bit stupid with that mask on.
Right.
Did you just tell him he looked stupid with the mask on?
Oh shit.
That's rude.
So the other guy in a mask.
All the people wearing masks just look and just stare blankly.
Oh yeah, there's two of them.
By what I said.
Heard about me
You all
getting
look stupid.
killed.
Your face and you all look stupider.
Says the woman with rocks coming out of her forehead.
Then I've got a good saying then.
Okay. Oh man. Let's see here.
For the record,
Hi, guys.
I didn't cause us to die.
I slowly start edging my chair away.
Please shut
Him or
up.
her.
I
Oh,
hear
good.
dice. Oh no!
That's a lot of D6s.
Oh god.
Let's see, is this the right number?
Oh, we're gonna get hit. We're gonna get a hit with Geist. You know it.
He's just gonna have a no. He's got one of those flip chairs like in Austin Powers.
Yeah. Oh man, Austin Powers reference. Nice. Good one to die on. Right.
And Harriger falls into a pit.
They are eating my legs. The wounds are beginning to smell like onion, which is bad.
And that's when we had a TPK on the third game.
Oh, or it could be sleep.
It is not sleep. So, hold on, let me finish my math here.
Never a good thing
Yes,
to hear.
it is enough to kill us.
Yay, fireball, we're all dead.
Actually, I would live. I have decent dex and I'm fire resistant.
He could still deal enough damage, you don't know.
He cast instant camp.
Okay, so I guess the math it doesn't matter very much. You see, as Harriger says this to him, his eyes go solid black all the way across, right? And in a span of only a few seconds, you see him essentially turn into smoke and arise right behind Harriger, strike real fast, and back to his seat like he never moved. And it only took like 3 seconds to do that. Like it was bam, bam,
And
done.
another.
And Harriger took. I'll give you the mathematical number. 108 points of non-lethal damage.
Oh, good.
He just knocked you unconscious. But man, it's probably going to hurt for a few days.
And if
Few
he
days?
wasn't trying to knock you out, you'd be so dead.
I'm pretty sure you just re-broke her legs by hitting her in the face.
By my home rules, that is an insta-jib. We would be wearing pieces of Harriger.
I go to attend the now resting Harriger.
On in years.
Like, that was stronger than Finger of Death.
That was a sneak attack.
Wait, did the chair collapse underneath me? Because like I must have.
Well, I would like to point out that is a sneak attack.
Plus Shadow Monk.
That is no, not a monk, rogue. Sneak attack that also is a crit because surprise attack. And he's a very strong guy. I will say, like, completely out of character. Our lovely lady here already knows who this character actually is.
Yes, I do. I knew it was him. I had to.
So she kind of knows outside of game how much trouble she was in before she ever said that.
Nice.
As she slumps over, probably falls out of her chair, I just like face palm so hard.
Yeah, and you see, like, not even a second after that, Lena, the woman that had escorted you here, walks over and starts dragging her out of the room.
I'm gonna need a receipt.
I just start rubbing both of my temples.
I thank you for not killing her.
Very effective. Zakiti is impressed.
He says, "It is not my intention to kill her at the moment. We'll talk to her later." He says, "I'm a businessman, and working bodies don't make you money if they're dead. So..."
Works anyway.
We should just subcontract out a necromancer.
Zakiti tried that once. They're not that reliable.
He says, "So, well, that was very unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't miscolor our future business arrangement."
Not any more than it was already miscolored.
He says, "I hope that is true. As I was saying, I am short some very valuable, albeit petty stuff. I understand it is the nature of the business. These things happen. I've unfortunately had several of the Silver Cut Guard remove other of my business personnel, as this Silver Cut Guard, as they call themselves, are making it even more difficult to conduct business on the roadways, as it were."
Zakiti finds that hard to believe. Zakiti had to tell them where to go for the camp.
He says, they're They're separated out very heavily. However,
Sorry.
um, however, they are effective when they do run across my men, and that is most unfortunate. I think business is going to be moving in a new direction soon.
Maybe
And-
above board, perhaps.
Above what?
Above board.
Legal.
He says, more than likely not. He says, so this leads me to believe that you now owe me a debt. And I'm a business folk. All debts can be paid. Would you be interested in paying your debt?
Zagiti
Well,
can
the-
already tell where this arrangement is going.
The alternative doesn't seem as good.
Zagiti would prefer just to get this over with.
You see, he pointedly looks at Harriger's empty seat. He says, I understand. He says, so I have a proposition for you, or maybe a couple. I mean, this choice may be yours. As new agents to my organization, I would like to collect 25% of your earnings for the next 6 months.
Oh, so what? We just go on about our business or whatever we earn in the next 6 months. We just owe you 25% of that.
Is that pre or post tax?
Is that pre or post equipment?
I mean, I gotta be honest. I thought this was gonna be a lot more harsh. I'm kind of it.
Shut up, folks.
Because I have medical supplies I have to refill.
Zagiti's
Those
earning
come
grenades
fresh.
are not cheap.
I have a DM. Can anyone else?
I haven't said anything.
Oh, good. That's fine.
I'm just stating my opinion, guys. That's all.
I just want to hammer out all these details so that I don't end up, stuffed on an infield on a football game.
What details are you referring to?
Like is the number can we still buy supplies and things, or is it just total number?
This is total number of income or valuables received.
I believe the question was asked if you were going to give us specific work or if this was just we go about our business and give you a cut.
Well, this is very much the latter. You may go about your business. I expect my cut once a month at the very least. He says that is option A. Option B, however, there is a person who took something very dear to me. It is
I'm
extremely
not
valuable.
murdering anyone for you.
He says,
Zagiti believes he's more concerned with the object than the incident.
he says, you don't have to kill this person per se, but I want my property back. This is not just a valuable dollar sign, would you say? This has personal meaning to me.
What's a
And-
dollar?
You know what I mean.
That's even higher than platinum.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
This is Eternium. Oh.
It's worth
He
7
does, this is something of a personal matter for me. Whether the person Lives or dies, I do not care. I want my property, and I want it returned to me immediately. Well, in the near future. He says, option is I give you some basic intel, and you retrieve my item. You have 30 days to retrieve this item. If the item is retrieved and brought to me intact, whole, then your debt will be wiped clean.
Zagiti likes the second option. Sounds far faster.
I'm not agreeing to anything without the details first.
A conscious party member!
He says, there is a man who is in Iman who lives in a well-to-do neighborhood who has taken an object of mine, and I want it retrieved. By any means necessary, if you can do that peacefully, I'm okay with that. If you can do it not so peacefully, whatever, no skin off my back.
But what is the object?
More importantly, who's the man in Iman?
Zagiti is more concerned with the dimensions of the object. Is this cart? Is this bread box?
Is it bigger than a bread box?
He says it is a small statue of a how do I want to explain this? It is a small statue of a flaming bird that has a red ruby gem in its chest.
A Maltese falcon.
Yeah, isn't this a movie plot?
Oh. Alright, but yeah. Zagiti is fine. Sounds easy enough. We go there, we ask for it, we get it back. Zagiti is done.
Yeah, no. It's not gonna be that easy. Are you daft?
Who took this again?
The gentleman who has taken this. Oh, damn! I just lost my note page. Hold on.
His name is.
His name
Searching.
is.
Searching.
His name
Durga.
is what? His name is.
I'm just picturing that the guy has an actual like Rolodex. He's like, ah, damn it, dropped it. I have so many enemies. You'll have to bear with me.
The list. No, not them. No, they're dead. No, just send their widow flowers. No, not them.
He says, this man named Durya is a magician of sorts. Took this particular item from an outpost of mine that he had stumbled across, which is pretty spectacular for where I have hidden my particular outpost, a private place of mine, and therefore I need it returned.
Alright, Zagiti still thinks this is a better option than transferring large sums of funds. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Sakiti. I mean, that's my two cents about this.
Zagiti doesn't like this, but Zagiti...
Okay, so that's one. That's two for doing option B.
I'm for option B.
That's still, even if I say thing, that means, yeah, option B.
It's a terrible option.
As long as we don't kill anyone.
He's
Apart
not
from
going to
overpower.
just give it to us.
Yes, well, we can always just knock him unconscious and walk into his house.
Yes, because that will go over so well with
We're
the
not
Iman
asking for
City
things
Guard.
to. We're not asking it to go well. We're just going to go evenly.
If the object is indeed stolen, then who is he to report to if it is again restolen?
Yeah, but he stole it from thieves. There's a weird loophole in the law for that.
He stole it from a undocumented outpost with no like
It's like if
ownership
you're in a town at
papers.
a hotel, and then someone steals that towel from you. You're not going to say it's a hotel. I stole that. Hey, do you know that towel I stole?
I'm just saying, what if we go there and we meet the guy and we find out the guy's a total asshole, and then he's got it coming. I'm just saying.
So do you believe that is most people? Yes.
Now voted.
Well, if he is a total asshole, that'll make it all the easier to take the item from him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like we're discussing this in front of the Count of Mont Blanc over here.
Oh, I'm sure that the Count of Monte Cristo has already decided on where doing me.
That's Captain.
Can't believe that all of you are just okay with us going and robbing someone.
Hey,
I'm unconscious.
I'm true
We're
neutral. I by a law cannot give a fuck.
That's not true.
I'm lawful.
Honestly,
neutral.
I just want to know more about this guy first before I do anything. But
Deadline. Someone asked for the deadline.
Oh, 6 months. Both of them are 6
Nope.
months.
Nope. 30 days on the second
Oh.
option. Option B,
Yeah.
30 days to retrieve the object.
How long of a trip is it to Iman?
To Iman, you're looking at 8 days.
Okay, so that's
Or
14
no.
days to get it in Iman.
I imagine that, like, if we get it on day, 29 and start coming back, he's not going to be like, oh, you didn't get back here by day 30. Someone will be here, and we'll just hand him the thing.
I don't trust that to be true at all.
If he truly cares about the sanctity of the object, he would send somebody to Amon to ensure that when we retrieve it, it can be given to him. That way, we can all be.
I'm sure he's got people.
Ask him that.
Zagidi talks out loud. He is asking this.
Oh, okay then.
He says, yes, I have agents in Iman should the need arise.
And why haven't they already gotten this back for you?
Because we have already proven they are incompetent.
Those were his on-the-road agents. I'm sure the ones who work in towns, integrated into the city, might be slightly more capable.
But you're interrupting this guy so much.
He says to you, well, to be honest, the location of this person has only recently become of note. I had originally considered dealing with the matter personally, but I have other business I must attend to in other places. And you happen to stumble across my doorstep. Therefore, it seemed only fitting that maybe you might be the right people for the job.
Well,
can we have a short time to actually discuss this with Harriger and get you a legitimate answer here?
He says to you, oh, you won't have time to talk to her for a while.
Fuck.
But I tell you what. I'll give you 3 days to. No, I'm a little less patient now. I will give you 1 day to think it over. I expect you back here in the morning. I will deal with Harriger. She will possibly return to you tonight.
Hey guys, I'm getting laid.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Late in the bed.
I doubt that.
Laid the fuck out.
He says, so you have your options. You have a day to consider your options. Right about now, the door opens slightly. You see Lena walks in, and another woman walks in with her. She's got a cloak on her, very finely dressed. You see a longbow on the back of her back, and her features are kind of hidden, but you get that she's probably half elf or something of that nature. And she walks in, and they both walk in and kind of post up next to the desk. She gives a very pointed look at Rooks, and the gentleman says, the masked man says, my colleagues here will escort you out. Please do return in the morning. I don't want to have to chase you down again.
Zagidi still has a full night on the rooms. He expects to use them.
Actually, if you would have just let us know you wanted to see us before we walked outside the building, we would have happily obliged, without being shot at.
That's true. We really would have.
I'm getting a lot of cutout again.
No.
And you didn't have to shoot us.
What's going on with this thing?
Yes, I was telling him he didn't need to shoot at us. If he would have left a note to see him, we would have happily obliged without, like, trying to leave and get shot at.
It's like, yeah, for someone complaining about employees dying, he almost killed us.
You know, I feel like I feel like it was more a situation he just wanted to shoot us.
It was an attention grabber.
Can you hear us, DM?
Yeah.
So is everyone leaving now?
I mean, if he's offering the door, I'm offering to leave.
Yeah, I'm
he
heading
says,
out.
yeah, he says, well, now that I have your attention and we have an understanding, I believe you already have rooms in my establishment. Feel free to go. Just make sure to return in the morning.
Right.
And as you guys exit, the two females follow close behind you.
All right.
Well, so who isn't in agreement on the robbing of the random person?
I would much rather just give him a tribute from all of our above-board work we could do for the next 6 months.
Yeah, or you could just rob some jerk who robbed someone.
We don't know that for sure.
Well, we could always just visit the guy.
Yeah, but this guy needs an answer today, well, tomorrow, and that doesn't give us time to figure out exactly if we're doing the right thing or not, and I'm using air quotes on right thing.
Look, from what I believe, you don't want to have a long-term debt with a mob.
Zagidi wants to get this done.
What's a mob?
It is a large gathering of people.
Yeah, from what you gather, just by kind of glancing around in this I can't say little, in this underground tunnelscape that you have been brought into, you would probably think that it probably spans underneath a large portion of the city. Like probably a quarter of the city is how far this spreads out. So you understand that it's a very large organization.
Yeah, I'm also, as a player, I'm worried he expects a certain amount, and if we don't earn that, we are fucked. At least with this, we have a goal, we have a job, done.
Yeah, I'm more concerned that he's going to be like, "Oh, your poll tax is a little low this time. Do double."
Yeah, that argument would fall flat on my character because it would be hard for him to actually hold on to money for that long anyways. He has a compulsion to get rid of his money. He doesn't care if he gives it all to this guy without having to do possibly a bad thing. Like an actual, like breaking into some old man's house and killing him and stealing some shit.
We're not going to kill him. We're just going to incapacitate him and blindfold him.
That's still, like, so awful.
That's not awful. It would be awful if we disemboweled him and let him live.
I mean,
Realize you're not playing very lawful right now, right?
My laws are medical laws.
Still.
yeah, that's the thing with lawful. You're only lawful to the law you respect. He's also full of shit most of the time.
Also chaotic neutral.
I was talking to a specific character.
I know.
Nope, I know. I was talking about Zach. Yeah.
I respect medical laws, not people laws.
Oh shit! It happened again?
Can I hear you? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, as I was asking.
So
Um,
I'm going to switch to Harriger for a moment here, as you guys are contemplating what the morality of your decisions. So Harriger, you. Oh man, I gotta stop looking at this Discord chat. You guys are killing me here. So you come awake, and you are have a severe headache for obvious reasons. You are strapped and tied to a chair in a blackened, nondescript room that has a single door in it. And sitting across from you in another chair, you see this masked man.
a fucking mask.
It's the same one you would just insulted.
You hear what? You gonna do this? I mean, to be honest, I'm ready for. I mean, I'm not really in the mood for banging, but look, I'm okay with,
Now you can't really see his facial features, but you see what you would think would be almost like a smirk on his face. You can kind of see that playfulness in his eyes. He says, you're a very gutsy kind of person. It's not often that people speak to me in this way.
Much left to lose.
He says, yeah, I understand that, actually. I know the
You're
feeling.
not really a coward about it.
What did you say?
Oh, you say you're similar, but show them what I got. You're behind a mask, and I mean, like, look at the two people in my group. Well, group. I barely know the guys. Who cares anyway?
You see, I wear this mask for a very specific reason. I wear this mask because it is less scary than my true face. And I find it easier to do business this way.
Stands, but whatever. To each his own, I guess.
And he stands up from his chair, and he walks directly up to you, and
Get good though.
is everybody else still there?
Yeah.
Yes, we're just talking amongst ourselves.
Okay, I was gonna say, can you please mute so you don't hear this?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Do you mute? Like when? Oh, I see.
Yeah. I guess just talking. Put in the chat. Wouldn't you need to hear us?
Everyone hit the deafen button.
Area. I mean, you were pretty much set free on the other side of this curtain where the casino is. So I don't know, where did you go to have your conversation or whatever was going on?
I imagine we're just at the tiki bar again.
And they're just here.
There's like a family like on the other side that's like trying to have like a good time. We're just like, they will murder us.
Like, go back to our room, maybe?
Let's go back to a room.
Do you mind? We are talking
What
here.
we're doing? You need to tell me what we're doing.
Hold on. So where did you guys end up going?
I guess our room is the best option we have.
Okay. So after a short time, it probably didn't take more than like 20 minutes or so, you see Lena, the girl that had escorted you downstairs, opens the door and ushers in Harriger and closes the door, and that's it.
Is she dead?
No, she is not.
Ushers, not
But I need a
porters.
cigarette.
I would advise against the cigarettes.
Cancer.
What
and
I'm
whatnot.
glad I need it.
Was it good for you?
Mm. Knows his ways around.
Anybody who would like to make an insight check to see if she's actually telling the truth about this can feel free to do so.
Zagadius is card.
Was it good for you?
And Harriger, make a deception check.
What's that again? Like, what do I do?
Deception.
Like,
D20
dexterity?
plus your
No, charisma.
20 plus your
Medicine.
deception check.
A bonus.
Think Henry might.
I can tell every time.
I got 2.
Oh,
Mine is
jeez.
2.
So pretty much everybody instantly is like, no, we know you're lying.
I'm not 100% lying.
I mean,
That's
metaphorically, you did get fucked.
Nope, not that. In either way, unfortunately.
Anyways.
Did you find out why he wears a spooky mask?
Oh,
You're one to talk, Henry.
He's the one who haunts the mines.
I'm not wearing a spooky
my
mask.
humble opinion on why his mask was so stupid, and if he should change it.
Anyways, did he bring you up to speed on what's going on?
Seriously,
Punch me for a few minutes, you know, the usual. Couple of slashes. Sorry, I said no, and he punched me again, then I said no. And then, you know, he asked nicely, so then I said yes, and there you go. And
But did he bring you up to speed on?
said no. I said no.
Oh, I didn't catch that part.
No, sorry.
So he wants us to either pay him a part of our earnings for 6 months, or go and commit a crime for him.
You keep using the word crime as if it's imperative that we know that. We do not.
What's the job then? Sorry, Zakiti.
No, Zagiti is on this. Zagiti does not wish to give this man 6 months. He'd rather do the 30 days.
Job, like, steal what? What are you doing? We stealing, we killing, we robbing? Whatever.
Fake wizard stole a statue. We must return it.
I would rather not do an actual job in his employ. It would be easier to talk our way out of just owing money to a crime boss than actually doing a job for him.
Where are we going?
So apparently, some old guy stole a fancy Maltese Falcon from him or something.
Phoenix statue.
Maltese Phoenix statue.
Where are we going?
We're not going anywhere yet.
Is it in Kymel? Is it in Whitestone? I mean,
It's in Iman.
say we do it.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
At Iman?
It's not whether or not we can, it's whether or not we should.
Yes, we should.
Well, we shouldn't have gotten involved with robbers, now should we?
Kill me
shouldn't have
for
left them
insulting.
alive.
And he just beat the crap out of me. I say that's pretty good, you know. You know, he might have even let Zakiti live if he had put Zakiti in there. So, you know, I say, let's do it.
Very well then, it is settled. We shall go rob this person.
And, like, not immediately, but, you know, like, we'll tell him tomorrow, but...
Can I insight check Herringer?
Yeah, go for it.
See, I have a bonus on insight. Do I do a counter? Or do I not?
I mean, it's deception.
You deception again.
And though I'm not trying to see if she's lying, she seems far too agreeable. Since we've met her, she's always been the stick in the mud when it comes to certain tasks other than me.
Yeah.
This is way too appliant.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
She's suspiciously gung-ho about
I'd like
this.
to roll on that as well.
Notice something about me.
Anybody that wants to can roll an insight check.
Alright.
Never mind.
Hey, you always can. Oh, no, you failed. Fuck.
Real bad, yeah. Oh, real bad.
Wahoo! Over 10.
I'm just happy just to get rolls that are over 10 from a different character.
Okay, so
Make a roll?
no,
No, I'm not gonna get it.
looks like pretty much Henry. Henry, you get that this is kind of right in Harringer's wheelhouse of almost willingly wanting to hunt down and track and assault somebody. You get the impression that she's generally aggressive, and she would probably take the more aggressive route to the situation than anything.
Sorry, didn't mean to say that out loud.
No, Heritage just likes to beat the crap out of people, so this is right up her alley. I mean, look, she's decked out with fighting sticks.
The mob money. You never owe the mob money, ever.
You never do a job for the crime syndicate, either.
This is the one exception.
We would still be doing it either way.
Now, one way we are doing a direct job where we would be on the wrong side of the law in Amon, and on the other, we're just paying him off, and that's so much easier to talk your way out of than doing a job, even if you were coerced to do the job in the first place.
We're not doing the job for the mob. We are helping a man gain an item that was frivolously taken from him.
The law will not look at it that way.
Yeah, but the law doesn't look at a lot of things right.
Right now, you're the one looking at it wrong, Fred.
Look, we've decided we're gonna do it. It's 5. It's how many? Like, there's like 6 of us, right? So it's like 7-1, and
there's 5 of you.
You should really learn how to count.
Yeah, I'm with him.
When you don't have a family, it's kind of hard, isn't it? Let me see, 7-1. So that leaves you 50-50. So I guess it's a deciding vote.
How hard did he hit you on the head?
Well, he did cut my throat a little bit, and hit me again and again. So I'm probably a little brain damaged.
Should really check on
Pretty
that.
little brain damage.
I just start doing the brain damage test they do where they make you follow your finger.
Brain damage. But seriously, probably a little brain damage. Wait, what are we talking about? I smell bacon.
Does the bacon smell like pennies?
Pennies.
What's a penny?
It's
They smell like a
it's
coffee
a
piece.
form of currency used in children's arcades.
Like if you dipped it in blood.
What's a children's arcade?
It's like an adult arcade, but for smaller things.
What's an arcade?
It's an entertainment center that doesn't revolve around buying.
Actually,
For
arcades
entertainment.
would have existed in medieval culture. They're just at carnivals.
I think they would have been completely
My
different
brain's
from modern day arcades.
Oh no, absolutely, but they'd
Can
still
we
be an
leave
arcade.
now? I have to do some things. Can we leave now? Before tomorrow, I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, if you guys if you've made your decision and have agreed to start doing the things you had previously set out to do before being so rudely assaulted, you may do so.
Yay!
And I'll go later. I need to deal with this brain damage.
Okay.
Words are trying to be a problem. Sorry.
So who wants to go first? Anybody?
Well, Rooks, are you ready to go back outside?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
Also, why did that woman with the bow look at you all funny?
Yeah, I have an idea about that. I'm hoping I'm wrong. It's just as I'm heading out.
Henry?
I will.
I'll go next.
Okay, so let's see. Rooks and who was going with Rooks? Anybody?
Like just like going and like doing things in town.
Yeah, whatever. What you had planned to do this morning that got interrupted when you were all leaving, now is your opportunity to do such things. So,
Well, I'm going to the medical pavilion.
I'm gonna see if Rooks dies again when he walks outside.
Oh god, that'd be amazing. Just every time he walks out a door, just another arrow.
that would be terrible, right?
I get it.
Do
I
it,
get it.
do it.
Maybe
Behind
stop
him,
playing
chanting, do it.
The start of a new day. Boom. Oh god damn it.
So Rooks is headed out the door, right? Are you a little bit nervous when you open the door? Do you kind of look around?
No, this day has officially reached fuck it levels of bullshittery, and I haven't even had breakfast yet. I'm just like strolling straight out.
Okay, yeah. You don't have a problem going out at all.
It's more like I'm putting on bravado.
Yeah, I mean, you're obviously probably a little nervous or whatever,
Oh,
but
yeah,
you're
am.
like,
I mean, I'm
you're totally like
deception.
strutting it. Yeah, you're like totally strutting it, So yeah, make a deception check if you want.
He walks out.
I
and
am faking it till I make it, baby.
He walks out. This is the exact time where like a siege engine is moving by with a ballista. Just like, oh fuck.
Not quite.
Get thrown a ball in the ears and freaks
deception.
out.
I'm faking it, man.
Yeah, he looks confident. He looks like he's not even worried at all.
I look angry.
Yeah, I would say that would probably make sense. So you're headed out the door. You were going where exactly?
I was planning on going to the Temple of the Changebringer.
Okay. Yeah. You definitely head towards the Temple of the Changebringer. I mean, it's not terribly far away from where you're yet. It maybe takes you like 15 minutes or so to get over there. It's this. How do I explain this?
I follow him for a bit, expectantly waiting for an arrow to pierce his neck again.
And nothing happens. He arrives at the temple, no problem. He says, when you come to this temple, it's very. Imagine like how best to explain this. Almost like Southern Baptist style church. It's like a wood frame style place. The Changebringer is very simplistic in its actual temples, as most of its dealings lay with on the road. So you approach this temple. You're gonna go inside, I assume?
Yeah, I'm heading in.
So you are approached by an elderly man that's wearing his nice vestments, and he says, "Hello, sir. How may I help you today?"
Well, apparently I'm going to be starting a trip soon, so I thought I'd come get some blessings, maybe make a donation.
He says, "Oh, yes. Well, we could do some simple blessing for you."
Oh no, I don't mean like you actually casting anything, like spells or anything. I just want to kind of sit in the temple and talk to them.
And he says, "You're more than welcome to." And he kind of gestures towards like a I mean, it's almost like a congregation type room. And it's got this large, like wooden carved statue of what one would believe would be the Changebringer. Beautiful woman kind of statue. And he says, "Hey, stay as long as you like."
Thank you very much. Is there a plate or a place for offerings?
He says, he gestures towards the statue, and you see kind of like the pedestal that it's on is kind of like dished and kind of lined in a silverish type metal. And he says, offerings to the change bringer, of course.
Thank you. I take a handful of coins and place them in the offering, and I'm just honestly spending some time there in quiet, thinking about home.
About home, huh? Okay. How much coin do you put in the?
I marked 5 gold off my character sheet.
5 gold. Okay. Okay. Who wants to do anything next? Anybody?
I was just going to go buy some replacement darts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could do that. Darts are inexpensive as hell.
I'm going to buy two darts, unless they only sell them in packets.
You could convince them fairly easily to sell you just individual darts. That's not terribly hard.
I know they're 5 copper a piece, right?
They'll charge you a silver piece for 2.
For 2. That equal 10 copper, right? That's how that math works, right?
What's that?
Does that equal? That equals 10 copper, right?
1 silver piece for 2 darts.
Everything goes up by 10. 10 copper to a silver, 10 silver to a gold, so 10 gold to a compounding.
That was the question. I will offer him 10 copper pieces.
Yeah, 10 copper piece for 2, 1 silver piece, yeah.
Trying to get rid of this lump of copper in my pocket.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, not an issue. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
I'll come back later if I think of something.
Okay. Anybody else?
Is the Kitty gonna do something?
I was with Henry.
So I guess I'll go next. Yeah, I was gonna go to like a medical center and just see if I can find any, new medical, just new medical supplies and find any new ways to practice medicine. Oh, and describe those symptoms that I saw in the last game. Not mentioning anybody though.
Okay. Let's see here. As far as more medical supplies, fairly easy to acquire. You're just like replenishing your medical kit, right?
Yeah, just replenishing the medical kit, and if see something new that catches an eye, like hey, new syringes, unsterilized equipment.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really a whole lot as far as new medical supplies to acquire. Like nothing beyond what your average medical kit would have. You get the opinion that this place isn't really designed for researching or developing new things. So you probably will find just your average common stuff. I was trying to find a medical kit to see what those things cost, but I can't seem to find it.
Oh. That means it's free.
No, that means it's 8,000 gold.
It means it's only the DMG.
It's a piece of yourself.
I'd say since you're... Oh, here we go. Wait.
It's...
Yeah, I'd say You're just
healer's kit.
Yeah, you're just replenishing some of the stuff that you did. So I'd say about a silver piece as well. I mean, it's not like you used it a lot already. So, I mean, you still had mostly stock wares, but just replacing a few things that you may have missed. So,
Cool. So yeah, so I'll take the healer's kit.
Yeah, unless they had any like interesting chemicals, I'll pass them because my kits are good.
okay. It depends on where you're trying to look for interesting chemicals. If you're looking in the medical area, I mean, the most you're going to get is like essentially what would amount to like rubbing alcohol as far as chemicals go.
Actually,
So,
rubbing alcohol would be kind of useful. Far more flammable than oil, but burns off quicker.
yep, very true.
I could see a use for that.
Very true.
I'll hold up. I need to do some. Zakiti and I need to do some research.
Okay. Um, Going back to any new techniques for healing and stuff, you don't really find anything new. You ask around a little bit about the conditions you had spoke of. It doesn't seem like anybody's really familiar with whatever you were bringing up. Um, they they said without having a more or less if without having a sample or something to look at, they wouldn't really be able to tell you much.
I can get a hold of that. So yeah, so that's all my requirements. I guess I'll just follow Zakiti down a mine shaft now.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to do?
Quickly to the Moonweaver thing. The Moonweaver temple.
Okay. You go to the Temple of the Moonweaver, and you're greeted at the door by a woman in silverish colored robes, silver trimmed with blue, very nice. This is a very large. This is a large temple. It's made of like a grayish marbled stone, which you know is pretty common in um, the Iron Seat Ridge that is the mountains that Kaimal is next to. It's well carved, but very simplistic, most boxy in a way. And this very lithe figure, female, elven, like silver hair, approaches you and asks, "May I help you?"
Hi there. I need two things if you do have it. I need to talk to a healer, and I need to. Do you know have anyone who has or knowledge of other places? Just anyone with a knowledge.
Um, okay, you were cutting out a bit on that, so
Have one a healer I can talk to, but firstly, do you have anyone I can talk to who has knowledge of plane or other planes or something like that? Can talk to quickly.
I'm still not getting much from you at all.
You have just if they have someone who has just some knowledge, someone like a knowledge person, I don't know, like someone in the library that I could talk to.
Yeah, I I keep getting like every fifth word.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to like about things like planes or whatever, and there's always someone who knows something that like a teacher or whatever, and I'd like to talk to a healer.
Okay,
Have one.
she's gonna say, well, as far as the planes go, we don't do a lot of research of it here.
World about the world.
What?
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
And then Harriger Discorporated.
I'm sorry, but that cut out really bad for her on my end.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really know what she just said. What's
Feywild.
that?
Feywild.
Oh, do you know anything about the Feywild? Is that what you're asking?
She just dropped.
Is anybody else having a hard time hearing her?
I could hear her. I could hear her fine.
I can hear her
but not
better
that
than
last
most, but the
time.
last one was bad.
Yeah, for a good while I was able to hear her, and then she just started cutting out the end there.
Oh, this is kind of ironic. Discord just sent me a blip on Twitter, and they're talking about how if the FCC revokes net neutrality, they will lead to dropped calls, laggy games, and generally discorded Discord.
Interesting.
Wow.
Are you there?
Badger.
Okay, well.
She was only talking about planar stuff, I just don't know for why.
Okay, so they don't have. Oh, got to reboot. Okay, she's got to reboot. Okay, well, we'll move on for a moment now. Is anybody having a problem hearing me still?
No.
No more than usual.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, no more than usual.
Is it really that bad?
Sometimes
No,
it can be.
it's not bad. It's just like sometimes you waver in and out a little.
Sometimes I'll only catch like a couple words.
Huh. Okay. I may end up having to figure out a new mic probably. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to deal with that at some other time.
It's probably not a mic. It's probably just a connector.
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah, well,
I'm connected.
This is
sorry.
This is a full headset, so if it's the connector, I'm gonna have to get the whole new thing. So.
Well, I meant like like the internet connection.
Oh, internet connection. Yeah, I don't know why it would be though. Like my internet connection is really, really solid, but such is the nature of the internet. Who knows?
Shoot, I've seen him route California internet through Indiana for some reason once.
Interesting.
Well, we heard you, Badger.
Okay, so as far as the Feywild, they don't really have any knowledge of the Feywild.
Anyone who does? Pay them information.
She says, well, I mean, There are other organizations that deal with things like that, or mages.
Kaimo?
Probably not in Kaimo. We don't have a lot of those folks around. Your best bet would probably be Iman, and then maybe a little bit in Whitestone. Western has the Cobalt Reserve. So, I mean, if there's information to be found, you'll for sure find it there. It just kind of depends on where you want to go.
Okay. And can I see a healer quickly, please? Or do you have a healer? I haven't been to this church before.
As far as the healer, they're all pretty much healers in the temple. So, I mean, if you want to speak to them about something, you probably could easily.
You do examinations and diagnosis?
So you're asking them about whatever is causing whatever your deformation is. You gonna allow them to do a exam?
I'll ask that they keep my teeth biting down on something.
What was that?
I'll ask that they put something. They bind my hands together. I just do it. Yeah.
So you don't smash them.
Okay.
Smash them. Trust me.
She kind of takes you into a little side room, outside of like the main area, and does a little examination. Nothing like too invasive or anything like that. She says, "Well, I can't begin to understand what exactly this is. It's definitely diseased of some sort. But I'm not very familiar with your kind per se. We don't deal a lot with the Nazi people to really have much information. This seems to be very specifically targeted to your genetic makeup of a Earth Ganazi. Beyond that, I really can't tell you much about it.
Oh, I just throw some money on the floor and leave. Like I'll leave like 2 gold pieces, 4 gold. I don't know what's the good amount to tip.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, 4 gold. I'll leave 4.
4? Okay.
Ground and say thanks and just immediately leave. Go back.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything you guys want to accomplish?
I would like to purchase a set of playing cards before I leave. That's it.
Okay. Are you purchasing them at the casino?
No.
Oh, you could get what's his name's face on it.
I don't want what's his name's face on it. I want a normal set of playing cards.
That Biff's face.
I mean, you could buy a normal set of playing cards. It would just have the Dragon's Horde logo on the back of the card, and they'd be regular.
I do not want those. I will buy some from a game stall in the market area.
Okay, yeah, and there's definitely probably somebody that's selling various types of dice and cards and like dwarven rune sets and essentially what's like wizard's chest from Harry Potter, sets like that, stuff like that. So I mean, you could easily find somebody that's selling some cards.
Yes.
And you could probably find ones that come from each of the casinos, and probably just like some plain black ones or whatever kind of cards you really were looking for the most part.
I will take a plain set.
Okay, so you got a plain set of cards. They're just a matte back, black colored on one side, and then just regular playing cards on the other. So
yes.
That'd be like a copper piece. Those are pretty inexpensive.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
less
doing it
money than I
right.
thought it would.
Well, I mean, you get that gambling is so prevalent here, and for a basic card deck, it's probably real easy to get a hold of. Uh, Anything else for anybody?
Can I go to Zakiti and Henry when we're all back?
Okay, hold on a second. So, Zakiti and Henry, were you actually going to go to the gold mines?
Yeah.
Honestly, with the amount of time wasted so far, it's probably just not worth it. Because it'll be long past dark by the time we get back.
Zakiti is keen on bedtimes.
Yeah. Zagiti is tired of bullshit.
Okay, everybody's cutting out for me now, so I think this may be my issue. Give me just a second, guys.
Yeah, Badger was breaking up there at the end too.
I'm imagining that if you got to the gold mine, it would be like, have you ever been to like those family gold mining places they have out like out in Arizona and all that? Where they're like, you can pan for gold.
Oh, thanks.
Just buy this bag of dirt from us.
Favorite color? I'm just imagining Knights of the Holy Grail.
No one can stay connected.
You know, just imagine doing this in like 1985 over the internet.
It wouldn't happen.
Yeah, you could. You just have a party line. And a lot of boards.
Yeah, but that'd also be second AT&D.
Okay, can you guys hear me just fine?
Oh,
worse.
Yeah.
Objectively worse.
Yeah. Your quality went way down.
The quality went down and you're still robot-y.
Jesus. Okay.
Actually, you're not having the same problem as Badger does.
You, Zakiti, you always cut out half mid-sentence for me. No one else does, apart from...
Internet!
Is this any better?
Currently, yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah? And much better?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have to get going, so I'll catch y'all next week.
Okay.
All right.
I will try and remember to send you a message about what happens.
Okay. That worries me.
Well, I
I'll try
mean,
not to
just
get us
so
all
you know
killed.
what happened.
Alright. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Have a good day. Okay, so Zakiti, what were you trying to say before this whole issue?
Thanks to getting jumped by what's-his-fuck, we just wasted too much time today. I'm happy just going to the medical supplies and just heading back.
Okay. Yeah, by the time you guys deal with that, it's probably mid-afternoon.
Yeah, if I'm good.
So, yeah, it's getting a little later in the day. Yeah. So you guys head back. So, Harriger, you were going to approach Takiti?
Yeah. Zakiti?
Yes?
It's alright with you? Yeah. Things. First of all, I checked, couldn't find anything about the Feywild. They said go to Amon. Feywild there. But you have any alchemy acid I could borrow?
Currently, no. Zagiti ran out of that a week ago.
Well, thanks anyway. Sorry, couldn't find any info.
Yeah. Zagiti will just have to go back to Amon.
Don't worry, I'll find something you can blow up on the way.
Wasteful.
Henry Have any any basic chemicals from your kit? I'm running a bit low on acid. Testing acids, like basic alkaline, certain kind of things.
You cut off a whole lot there for me.
Yeah, I'm getting every fifth word.
Things
Yeah, it's getting
disconnect
kinda-
a bit. My cheap one. Uh, even by Europe standards. Yeah, I was saying basically, if Sakiki doesn't have that stuff, do you have any basic herb?
Like anything kind of like acidic, like you're asking?
And do you have any basic little like I'll give you a basic list of just like basic herbs that you'd mix in alchemy stuff. Herbs.
Oh, I'll go check the med kit I just restocked. Is there anything like that in there?
Acids, not really. You don't really use acids in the medical profession per se. The closest you would have is like alcohol swabs. That's about it.
All I've got are really alcohol swabs and things. Are you looking to burn something off or just remove things?
Test something. It's something I do now and then. Well,
Unfortunately, in medicine, if we need to burn something, we just heat something up and burn it.
boy, then. Do you have any basic little herbs I can borrow, pay for? I forgot to get some.
I guess like pain relief.
More like knockout drug. Sedative.
Oh, some sedatives? Yeah, I got sedatives.
For it.
Go ahead, help yourself. Take the blue ones.
If I take the red one.
Don't take the red one. That's not medicine. Those are for fun.
And I'm done.
Okay. Anything else you guys wish to do for the day? I mean, you have pretty much the rest of the evening to kill, doing whatever you will.
We can always get an early start out on the road.
And we have to tell him what we're doing.
You just tell him.
Let's leave.
We just left.
Okay, be specific. Are you really just leaving?
I'm still at the temple. I haven't gone back to the casino yet.
Okay, you're still at the temple of the Changebringer, right?
Right.
Okay.
Basically, he'd just be staying there until the absolute last possible moment to come back, because I know that we had agreed on shortly after noon?
Yeah. By that, do you mean, are you going to stay at the temple until the next morning then?
No.
I mean, they won't usher you out or anything.
Just until shortly after noon, and then I'm coming back to talk with everybody, because I'm assuming that whole conversation happened when they were on their way back, where I wouldn't have been there. So.
Yeah, correct.
So I take it we're doing this? Yeah?
Sakiti would prefer to have this over with.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with the idea, but it's the easiest way out of this. So.
Maybe you should go convince Nomad, like drag him along with us. He does not seem happy.
No, I'm on Nomad's side with this. If I could reliably pay this money and be done with it instead of having to do whatever the hell we have to do, I would be for it. But I can't rely on that, so this is just as not reliable, but fuck it.
Trust the guy. You just show people.
What?
A useful ally.
Something ally.
Yeah, I got useful ally.
Said yeah.
Upset you?
Oh, no.
Oh boy. No, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Um,
I doubt that. Like, I highly doubt he could be, but at least with a singular goal, it can't change.
No option's a good one. We decided this as a group. The majority said we do this, so I'm just going to do it, and I'm just going to worry about it later because I have other things I worry about right now, and this is not on the list. I don't care.
Yes. While I was knocked out, did he knock any others of you out?
No.
No, we didn't insult his face.
We didn't disagree about
But
your
of-
opinion of his face. We just didn't say anything.
I
I
like
tried not to laugh.
Zucchini. Seemed to be actually the smart move in the end.
Yeah. Alright. Well, let's leave him a note and leave in the morning.
Yeah.
Sagiti is done with this town.
Why don't we just knock on the door? I don't know, whatever her name was. Linda? It was Linda, right?
They will come to us.
Why don't I just go tell them?
Why don't we just write him a letter?
I'll go tell them.
In fact,
Just
I agree
Just
with
go to
yours.
one of the letter guards and say, "Hey, we decided to go get that thing for the boss."
Why doesn't Zakiti just go and not tell him? I mean, like, he's straightforward. They understand. They know he's not trying anything.
Oh God, Zakiti's our emissary.
is this really what's going to happen?
I mean, he'll do it. He wants this over with.
Yes.
I agreed. Zagiti agreed Rooks should do it just because, get it done. So I think you're faster than Zagiti.
Okay.
Brooks amongst people.
So who is going to make this contact?
If
There's
no one else
huge
speaks
strong
up,
opinions against me doing it, so I'm
Okay, Henry.
not.
Alright.
So who's going? Is it Henry?
Yes, apparently.
Okay. So you're headed towards where the curtain is. As you approach, you see it's not the same person that was there before. It's not the woman Lena that's there. There is, however, a different woman that's there. She's blonde-haired, human. She wears robes as if she's a mage. She has a staff in her hand. She's just kind of leaning up against the wall, kind of next to where the curtain is. And as you approach, she says, "Hey, what can I do for you? What are you doing here?"
Oh, I just have a early message for your boss.
He says, "Oh, you do? Yeah."
Yes, we spoke to him earlier. Very nice man. Lovely mask.
She says, And she takes a few seconds. She's like, "Okay, what is your message? What is your message?"
We decided to go help him out with the get his stolen object back. So we'll be back in about a month or so to return that.
She pauses for a moment. She says, "Your message has been delivered. He seems to be agreeable."
just a very perky secretary. So I'll bow and leave on my way.
Yeah, she's not perky per se. She's very it seems very emotionless, more or less. Like she's bored. Like she's bored all the time, kind of in her voice, like she's like indifferent, she's like yeah. And you get the feeling that she was probably utilizing the message spell. So yeah.
She didn't press a button on her desk and was it was like, Mr. J, they're gonna help you.
No, there's no desk or anything. It's literally there is a curtain and she is leaned up against the wall next to it.
Oh, well, that was a lot easier and less painful than expected. I thought I'd be shot or something.
Do you say that while you're still there?
No, I've already walked out of the room and out of earshot.
Okay. Just checking.
Yes, I'm just gonna beg for a dagger.
Maybe we should have set up only healer.
Nice try. Stab wounds don't affect me, depending on how many spells I have left. So I head back to the group and say, yeah, he's cool with it.
Alright, well, set out now or in the morning?
Morning.
Alright, well, since morning, I'm gonna go to the bar. Have fun.
Okay. So you head to the for assuming a very strong drink.
Yeah,
Dive.
Just ale. just ale. I'm just ordering ale.
Okay, yeah, ale inexpensive. It's like a copper piece per bottle of dirt cheap ale. I mean, if you want something that's not so cheap, it'd be a little more, but no big deal.
A little bit nicer ale. I'm not talking bottom of the barrel. Just kind of. I'm not going top shelf. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, for the entire night of drinking, you probably pay a silver piece for some halfway decent ale.
Yeah, that'll work.
Some dwarven stout from some far off place named Crackhammer,
So yeah, that's not so bad. I'll go for that.
Okay. Anybody else have any plans?
I would like to begin, or at least try planning out my work on the mana battery. I know I don't have much to work with, but I just want to try and get some things on paper.
Okay, so you're going to start working on the design itself?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll an intelligence.
What were you trying to do?
I should probably look at that. 11? Yeah, you start working on it. You're kind of struggling with the concepts of how it would work a little bit, but it's probably just, mathematical errors or whatever you're working through. But you get some progress done on designing the mana battery.
It was always going to be a process.
Yeah, I mean, it's a mana battery. It's not something that's really been developed before by anybody. So yeah, it's going to be a process to figure this out. Is that all you're doing for the night?
Yeah, because I figured that'd take most of my time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least 4 hours or so into working on designing this thing. So, anybody else have anything they want to do? Rooks is drunk at the bar.
I'll go get drunk with Rooks.
Okay. Harriger, anything?
I'll just sit near the bar. I won't drink anything. My room.
Okay.
Testing, peeling off my disease and seeing what happens.
Okay. You're breaking shards of stone off them.
I see, because they grow back, so I'm curious. I'm gonna try, that's what I want to try for.
I slide a vial over to her and say, if you could just put those in there, I wanna mess with those.
Just flick one at him.
Oh no, as many as you want to put in the jar.
I'm putting them in my own bag. Just picking, literally picking scabs.
Yeah, if you just, just put them in that containment jar, I'll throw them in the trash for you sometime later.
Oh, no, I've got my own bag.
Yep, this is a vial.
So I get that, Harriger, you're not giving up any of the pieces that you pull off.
Them all in the bag. And the one I flicked at him, I quickly went and grabbed before he could.
No, I already had that.
Okay, I'm going to do. Let's do dexterity saving throw from both of you. This is contested.
What?
So what's the modifiers?
Yeah. Hold on. Harriger, what is your dexterity? Harriger, what is your dexterity?
I just had to see if the luck lasted.
What is it?
It's +3.
No. What's your actual dexterity number?
It's 16.
Okay, and Henry, what is yours?
14.
So Harriger actually gets it.
He does?
Harriger does.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Harriger, Henry.
Yeah.
Henriger did the fusion dance.
Did the fusion Yeah, you're a little surprised at how dexterous she is, despite her ailment.
Raspberries and then pull one off right in front of him and put it in the bag.
I'll get you in your little bag too.
I realize Rook's been drinking the whole time while he's seen two people fight over scabs.
Pretty much.
Paying attention.
Yeah, you see, Rooks has had a really rough set of like 4 or 5 days since you guys had a orc stumble into your camp not long ago, and Brooks he's pretty out of it, pretty much staring into the bottom of his cup, wishing for more of it.
I refill his cup for him.
Yeah, that's a great description. That's it, right there. That's what is going on in the brain.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot on his mind. And not just the Oracle, but now there's these complications with another organization, and he's struggling with his existence.
And it is written all over the face.
Henry on who has to cheer him up.
Turn that frown upside down. So, Henry Deschelier is here.
Rooks, you're sitting at the bar, right?
Right. While they're playing Scabby playtime, I guess.
Okay. So, what's your passive perception?
Garbage. Hot garbage. An 11.
Oh no.
Here comes another arrow, kids.
No, I think you just lost
No.
some money.
I didn't catch what your passive perception is.
It's an 11.
Your coin Porsche has been replaced with an arrow.
You had a Porsche?
Emphasis had.
Okay. Yeah. So you're sitting at a bar, and hold on, I gotta find where did that damn note go?
Note.
And the universe hates you.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I have notes on my session, and I keep I have 4 different notebooks with different things in them. I really
Step
should be
2.
better at organizing this shit. I just happen to not
Step
be very
2
good
of
at
Josh's master plan to fuck with rooks.
It's a note that says that your dog has died.
Be right back.
I didn't even have a dog! Give me
You
more
did, but we
beer!
killed.
it. Okay,
Choked on your goldfish.
let's be fair. Rooks doesn't even know who his parents' names were or anything. He was
Nope.
literally dumped at the doorstep as a baby to a temple. So
It took him a couple years to get over the existential crisis of whether Benjamin Rooks was actually his real name.
Yeah. And okay, so as you're sitting there, probably later into the evening, there's a gentleman that approaches the bar, and he says, he starts talking to the bartender, and you kind of catch bits and pieces of their conversation because they're not far from you. It's like there's one empty stool in between you and the bartender, and you get the impression that this is a like farmhand guy or something of that nature, and he's trying to sell something to essentially the organization that you had just met, right? And you catch only one brief sentence, and you get the impression that whoever the bartender is at the time, one that you haven't really met before or anything like that, you get the impression that the bartender isn't wanting to buy, and the one sentence that you catch that really catches your ear is this gentleman, probably farmhand, like I said, he says, "Oh, come on! It says there is treasure. It says there is treasure. This guy Richard Rooks, he obviously hid something. It's got to be worth something. You got to give me something." And you get the hint that the bartender is like, we don't need none of that crap here, and essentially like shoos the guy off, and he goes to turn and leave the bar.
And I just follow him nonchalantly wherever the fuck he goes from here.
I'm going to follow the plastered man.
I'm gonna follow Henry.
Henry. So Benjamin is stumbling out towards following this guy. You said nonchalantly.
Oh, I'm drunk. There's not nonchalantly is sarcastic.
I was gonna say, I'm not really gonna make you roll for it. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Other than the guy is not really looking back, you can see he's headed out the door of the casino, like he's gonna try and go somewhere else to sell whatever information he has. So yeah, he starts heading out the door.
The casino.
After he leaves the casino, like once he gets out on the street.
I'm hoping to catch him once he goes out on the street.
Yeah, so he gets out on the street. You're not far behind him at this point. Take it away.
Hey, wait a second there.
He's like, yes, sir. Could I help you?
Did I just hear you right back in there at the bar? I'm sorry, I'm kind of drunk. Did you just say the name Rooks?
He says, maybe. What's it to you?
No. Just curious.
He
You
says,
said map?
I didn't say map. He didn't say anything about map. He said there was something about treasure, and he had mentioned the name Richard Rooks. He says, yeah, I mentioned Richard Rooks.
Well, wait, that's not the right one. Whoops. My apologies. Tongue tied. Sorry.
He's staggering.
There. That's what I meant to roll. And
Deception?
Yeah, I'm rolling deception. Well, that man is my father.
He says, oh, really? He says, oh, interesting. So you see him take like a little small piece of paper out of his pocket, and he unfolds it like it was folded in half, kind of. And he says, so what is your name?
Benjamin.
And he looks back at the paper and he says, and he tucks it back into his coat. He says, well, Benjamin, I could definitely use some money right now. If you want more information, you're going to have to pay for it. And you can tell that, like, he's probably a poor farm folk, and he is desperately seeking money. So, yeah, that's what he says to you.
Look, you seem to be in some need. I'll pay you 7 pieces of gold to take it off your hands.
You see his eyes go wide as 7 pieces of gold is like 7 years of work for him. And he says, 7 gold. His eyes go wide and he's like, if you pay it now, it's all yours.
Yeah, just hang on. Start patting my pockets down. Here it is. There you go.
And you hand him the 7 gold?
Hand him 7 gold in copper.
No, it's in gold pieces.
Okay. And he hands you, where the hell is it?
Turns out it was a blank sheet of paper.
It says honk if you're horny.
It says, don't look up while I run away.
Shoot the man.
This is fun.
Like I said, step 2 of fuck
this
with
goes
looks.
to...
And the door,
he hands you a sheet of paper. You should find it in your journal now. And you can read it if you would like. You can tell the group or not. It's up to you.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, sure.
What you got there, my inebriated friend?
money?
I take a second to read it to myself quietly first before I do anything else.
Okay, yeah, you kind of stumble up against like the outside of this building and kind of lean against it and read this thing.
Quick time, I've gone like complete like knees weak. I've just slumped down. I'm sitting down. I'm just like, oh fucking hell.
I'm just picturing him like in an alley and he's like reading it halfway, pissing in the corner. Dear sir.
Oh God. Okay. Our, uh, our dear youngest one, it is our hopes that you have found this in the home your mother and I once shared together. Oh boy. We are truly sorry we could not be there for you, but alas, it was not in the fates for us. I suppose it is best this way, but that's for you to decide. Our greatest passion in life is adventure. It is, of course, this very reason that you're reading this note, and not with us. In our last days, we decided to impart some of the spirit of adventure to you. This will be a journey in which you learn about us and our fate. Your first clue. And he just kind of takes a big old gulp. Of 6 brothers, I am 3. The shearing channel is where you will find me. Of my friends, I am the tallest, and my arms facing west. Are you capable? Can you pass the test? That is what the oracle said to me. At least the first part of it.
Is he on his own?
And there, as you can tell, there is a painting on this page, and it's like seriously heavy duty, like parchment paper too. I don't know. Do you want me to share this with the rest of your group?
Yeah. I'm just like dumbfounded, like showing it to them. It's like, what?
Parents are selfish bastards.
Okay, everybody can see it in their journal now. So,
I mean, I was just bullshitting when I told that guy. This guy could actually be my dad.
Congratulations.
So
I will notice that the date at the top of this this note that you have received is your exact date of birth.
Yeah, okay.
So you're looking for a river with statues.
A tree. Statue.
Mm-hmm. Collection of statues can be known as a family. Thus, 6 brothers, if there is the third one, is the third of them all. Tallest than his friends means the statue's toppled. Shearing channel refers to a river. Or a specific location. Most likely river. One that cuts into the land deeply.
Okay, everybody in general knows where the shearing channel is. Up, what is that? Northeast, essentially, or east-northeast of Whitestone. It's the division between Wildmount and this particular continent of Tal'dorei. So there's islands up there, and they're in between there a little bit, and there's the 2 continents. It's like that separating gap of seawater, of sea, that is the shearing channel.
Oh. Then that could be islands.
If you here, move you to the map so you can kind of see what I'm talking about.
So the tallest of all the 6 mountains.
6 facing west. Or at least in the center, the ones facing west.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
I mean, there are 6 deltas there.
Yeah. And there was a mountain on one of them, I think. All of them.
I mean,
I don't know.
All islands have mountains. Just some are really small.
So you've got to climb up the tallest of mountains.
Is it worth it? They just seem like they just abandoned you for no reason other than selfishness.
Well,
maybe
the point is to find out why they did it.
I mean, kind of family just leaves you because they want to be adventurers?
Most families.
Mine, apparently.
Henry coughs very loudly.
Bless you. But seriously, what kind of family does that to you?
Most.
Mine, apparently.
I mean, let's be fair and read the note. It does say, "We are truly sorry we could not be there for you. Alas, it was not in the fates for us."
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a cop-out. It's a cop-out. It sounds like just an excuse instead of just saying, I didn't feel I could handle you.
Still doesn't stop from opening up old wounds.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I'm sure Rooks is very thrown through a loop. It's an awful lot of information to comprehend. I mean, there's obvious, yeah. There's obviously something there.
Oh, your life fucking sucks, doesn't it, Rooks? Almost feel better about my own.
Yeah.
Zakiti has no
thanks for reminding
self-awareness,
me.
but even you seem untactful to him.
I told that.
Oh dear, Zakiti's talking to people of subtlety.
Wow, things are changing so fast. Oh.
What world are we in?
You know, Harriger, I really don't need this right now. So maybe just don't. Okay?
Maybe they didn't want to take the baby on the adventure.
Zakiti can sympathize.
Maybe.
Infants are horrible on adventures.
And maybe instead of, like paying a babysitter, they were like, well, if we die on this, we don't want to just like have a babysitter just not show up after a week.
Maybe the guy actually going through the crisis is the one that thinks about it instead of everyone else talking around him about it. Huh? Sound good? Cool. Excuse me. Going to my room. Goodbye.
And he just turns around and falls straight down.
Yeah. No, actually, I'll bet you that's what happens.
Yeah. Let's do a general dexterity check.
Wait, I'm good at these.
Gets like a 2.
I'm kind of good at those.
But you're drunk.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you stumble a little bit, but you stay on your feet. You don't fall over.
I assist in taking the man to his room.
I go to Sakiti. I wasn't too harsh, was I?
Zakiti just walks away.
Oh, damn!
No, you done bad.
Mic drop.
Out there. Let's go to my room, whatever. Die. Sorry, Rick.
Okay. So, I mean, the rest of the night is up to you guys how you want to handle the rest of the night. It is what it is. Rooks has gone to his room and probably locked the door and is definitely not coming out.
It has gone away. Never to return. Maybe dead. Who knows?
Well, from all the sobbing in the other room, I assume he's fine.
You got lucky. You had to be his neighbor. Yeah, that's why you're hearing it now. Why, mommy? Why, daddy?
Setting up a chain reaction of
God.
all the other adventurers who also have mother issues.
Oh. And I start practicing and take my mind off of it, and it's not working.
Had your crossbow yet? Oh no.
Oh yeah, now so you're trying to play your violin.
Time for Rooks to go through all the coping mechanisms. Violin did not work.
I mean...
Yeah, no, it sounds very... I mean, your violin is finely tuned after your last check, right? So, it's not the violin. Your hands are like shaking so bad that it's very discordant playing when you're trying to play it.
And he still plays +7 more than Zakiti could.
I take a look over at the hand crossbow, just like sitting on the table by the bed, like Do I even? Nah, you know what? Fuck that. Not tonight.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Probably not drunk either. Like,
No, I can better
like you are lucky you're not suffering disadvantage.
To be fair, he completely fixed that thing last time he was drunk, so maybe that's a good idea.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, after probably another hour or two, he would turn around and finally just say fuck it and try it anyway.
Okay.
Well, hot shit. I was better drunk.
Yeah. That crossbow, man, it's in like pristine shape. You take it apart, you oil everything, you get it all nice and clean, and wax up the string and everything really nice, and get it all put back together, and you're still stuck alone with your thoughts.
Just fight for whatever sleep I can get. Just that's all I can do is just fight for any sleep I could possibly get.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, I swear to God, I will cast sleep on myself to knock myself out.
Yeah, okay, I'll allow that. I'll let you go to sleep. I was gonna have you do a Constitution check to see if you got any sleep, but I mean, yeah, you can cast sleep and knock yourself right out.
For like a minute at a time, then I wake back up.
Oh man. Oh, you're right. It only lasts a minute. So a minute goes by and you wake up and you're like
I'll roll
completely.
That con check.
Yeah, you're completely like distraught.
I mean, it only lasts a minute if you want to wake up.
14. Yeah. Well, good news is you don't suffer a point of exhaustion. Bad news is man, you got shitty sleep. You were up like every couple hours, pace the room for a few minutes, try and lay back down, get a couple more hours of sleep, and it was like a repetitive thing all night.
So no recovery.
No, I'll still give you the recovery, but you're just generally not feeling well.
Right. Well, that was already going to happen. Thanks.
Yeah.
Now you feel shitty inside and out.
Yay! Now you can all see just how shitty I feel on the inside.
Oh, don't worry. We could already see how shitty you were.
You know, if you were having trouble sleep, I have sleeping medications.
Well, that may be something he brings up in the morning.
Hey, Doc, you got anything to knock me out?
I do. It's right here, balled up in my fist.
Okay, so night takes you guys. The rest of you really not terribly worried about it. I mean, it doesn't really concern you very much, but I mean, obviously, Rooks is heavily distraught, and so yeah, you guys get your sleep in. Next morning arises. What do you wish to do?
Rooks, just walk over when he comes out and just give him one of my way less concentrated sleeping potions.
Okay.
Have trouble sleeping, just walk off so he doesn't let him shout at me if he wants to, just not say anything after it.
Oh, so you're handing one of those potions over to him?
Hopefully my less toxic one that human can survive living off.
What's this, Harringer?
It's awakausa and a bit of rhubarb leaf, so it kind of numbs your muscles so you sleep, and your mind. It helps me sleep. I've made it less toxic for you. Physical pain. Don't drink the whole vial.
Gotcha. Thanks. I'm going to be needing this. I just kind of zombie walk off.
Yeah. I just mumble, sorry. Like a mumble. Sorry, like a kid.
It's okay, Harringer, really. It's okay.
So, are you guys getting breakfast then, or something like of that nature? I would imagine.
I mean, yeah,
Rooks will order breakfast.
we'll pick up something.
Yeah. So you guys all kind of meet up at a table in the morning, get some breakfast going and stuff. Do you guys wish to have any conversation before we continue?
Does anybody need to get anything before we go?
Awfully
Much, but the
quiet.
city does not involve it.
Nah, I can get bagpipes later.
Oh, for
Oh
fuck's sake!
God.
You're gonna find a way to play. You're gonna find a way to play bagpipes in the mask, aren't you?
It's not that hard. I mean, I can already drink in the mask.
Yeah, I'm quiet. I didn't sleep well.
Yeah, you guys can tell that Rooks is definitely sullen, kind of. I think that'd be appropriate.
Yeah, hungover, tired, sullen,
Hungover, tired.
all those things
Looks
apply.
like like he hasn't gotten much sleep.
Definitely some crying had happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
angry.
he's sitting there. Yeah, he's just sitting there quietly staring into his food, and that's about it.
My scab's growing back.
Yes.
The wound.
Experiments yield any results?
No.
Yeah, Rook's actually asking Heritage that.
No.
Sorry to hear that.
Really loudly.
Can I borrow some of those scabs?
This is going to become regular breakfast conversation, isn't it?
No.
If anything, it'll get
I'm
worse
fine
from
if it
here.
is.
Yes. I feel sorry for Zakiti. He's just kind of like,
Tsukiti does not care.
I don't know why you're with us, apart from this deal. Even more than why am I here?
Well, Zakiti is secretly trying to learn the secrets of friendship. Just in case that...
Tsukiti wants to pay back the debt so Tsukiti can go back on the road.
Zakiti's trying to harness the power of love to break the dimensional barrier.
It is a
It is
curious thing that can make one man weep and another man sing.
I for the other one.
Oh, yes. That's good. It's good.
Alright.
Really loudly, because I know he has a hangover.
Alright. Then I guess we head off and hopefully
To
get
the road?
to Amon next game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as you guys gather your things, are you looking to take horses, maybe, or?
I'd have to share a horse with someone.
How expensive?
That is a very good question.
I remember horses not being cheap.
Gosh, where are the horses at here?
Ooh. The cheapest mount is 8 gold, and it's a mule.
One of us can be Sancho Panza.
Like, a draft horse is 50 gold, but it's only got a 40-foot movement speed. And the carry capacity of ass.
That's because it's a draft horse. You pull things with draft horses, silly.
A riding horse, which is super fast, is 75 gold. And has an even worse carry capacity.
And it's because you're running with the horse.
We just walk.
Do they have a horse built for 2?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question.
Actually, if we can afford one horse, we can just get a cart.
I mean, you could put 2 people on a riding horse.
The key. How about we use your trolley? We'll just attach that to a horse and hold on.
I mean, I was being serious. Well, we can just get a cart for 15 gold.
Yeah, we get a cart and like 2 horses.
Yeah. it won't be comfortable, but it'll be smaller than what we rode in on.
But it'll work.
Yeah. And if this guy's fucking us with
Okay.
the size of the statue, then this will help.
So what are you guys?
You know what? There's no difference between
Okay,
a mule
like
and a draft
literally
horse.
everybody is cutting out for me.
Uh-oh.
Why doesn't Brooks just charm someone a cart to give us a discount price?
I am not going to force someone using magic to make them give us a better price.
Well,
I mean-
what if we just smooth talk them with the magic
that'll
of
do.
conversation?
Yeah, without magic, that's fine.
Do some. That's always fun.
Okay, so we're just gonna go find somewhere to try and talk to somebody about horses and whatnot.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, we don't have money for horses.
Is it just a cart? Am I pulling the cart?
Zakiti's pulling the cart.
Yeah, like I have
Team Sakiti.
Brooks is gonna end up pulling the cart.
like for 2 platinum, we could get 2 mules and a cart.
I got 1 platinum.
I have
Wait.
one.
Hold on. I mean, I still have 8. So like, yeah, like 2 platinum, we get 2 mules in a cart, and we'll be faster than walking, and it'll be as fast as a draft horse. It's podunk and slow, but that's what we kind of need.
It's better than walking.
Yeah.
I mean, I can add in what I can to this, but I don't. To be honest, I don't have much left right now. I sent some back home.
Fine, Zakiti will buy it.
You sure, Sakiti? I can pitch in.
And, all right, fine. Just want this done.
Don't know.
Well, first we have to go find somebody that will sell us the darn things.
Yeah, and that's generally, especially you're looking at buying a mule essentially, or 2 mules and a cart, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and generally speaking, there's a lot of farmland around this area, so those things are actually relatively common here to find. Just as, animals start to wear down through the work seasons and stuff. So you'll be able to find one, no problem. They'll charge you the full price for it. Unless you try to haggle with them. I won't rob you of that opportunity.
You don't want Sakiti doing
I'll try to
this?
haggle.
I'll try to
I want to
haggle.
try to haggle.
Um,
Oh Lord.
Okay, so Henry, with Harriger trying to help you out, I'll give you advantage on a persuasion check as you're trying to convince this person to bring the price a little down for you.
Oh, this is gonna be beautiful.
Well, with advantage. Wait, why is the first... Oh, because...
Roll by accident, yeah. I forgot I'm only meant to assist.
So, Henry
That's
again.
the bard that sits over here.
Well, you should have spoke up.
God is blessed.
Okay.
Ah.
Well, let me see.
Maybe he will be very afraid of the spooky man and just give it as a discount.
Rooks.
I just need this card to bring out the dead.
Because we already had decided I wasn't.
He is. Oh, Rooks. Okay. Are you trying to help with the persuasion, Rooks? Then.
Well, I've had some background as an artisan, and
Oh,
had
very
some
true.
dealings with things, so I can see when things are not going as hot as they should in the deal-making department.
This card.
Maybe
Money. No
I'm
money.
like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot.
I think we
Okay,
had him.
so
Had him.
Instead of charging you the 31 gold, he wiggles a little bit, not a whole lot, but he says, let's make it 28.
Right. Hey, that's better than nothing.
I'll throw 10.
Hey, I'll throw another 10.
Go 28.
I'll throw in some.
Okay,
We
so
just need about 3.
you guys pay the guy 3, the 3, the 10, the 10, and then the 5, and you now have 2 donkeys and a cart.
We have a mode of transportation for us or goods.
We're definitely going to need that as like a drop-down menu because we can use that to store objects that are too heavy to carry.
Yeah, see, there you
Oh,
go.
good.
Up to 200
Or
pounds,
one of
yes.
us is unconscious.
Or a body cart, that works too.
I know what I'm using it on the off days.
Okay.
Operating table, loot cart, whatever it turns out to be.
Okay. So you gather up your mules and your cart and get set up and get ready to head out of town, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything left, really.
Okay. I think we will probably call it there for today. That seems like a pretty solid place to end right before you leave.
Oh yeah.
So
Yep.
there is that.